Guys, I'm sorry about that, but you know, when you can't really say, you know, your side of the story, and she's automatically like, yeah, you can tell she's in love with Shelby. And Shelby don't want nothing to do with her. He's actually got somebody on the side. When it breaks her heart, when it breaks her heart, when it breaks her heart, she will see then. But you see how she treated me? Like, Shelby can't do no wrong. I can bring you 4 police officers, and I think we'll do that within the next week. We're going to start interviewing police officers over who Shelby Shell is. Who Shelby Shell is. She didn't want to mention the U.S. Marshals, did she? Notice she didn't want to mention the U.S. Marshals. She didn't want to mention the U.S. Marshals, did she? And our affiliations and what happened. See, it's not right. It's not right. They're trying to make me be. They're trying to make me to be out the bad person, and I'm not. I'm not. I never knew anything about it. Never. I'm going to, Renee. Thank you. I'm going. I'm going to. Thank you. I knew when I seen how many people was over there, what it was going to turn into. She's in love. Exactly. She's in love with Shelby. I'm not worried about it. When I'm on the news and I'm putting my curriculum out there, and we have, and it's broadcasting in the commercials, 400,000 people, 500,000 people, and we have 800, 900 in chat, and they're over there. What happened? What happened? It's because I'm doing something. Yes, let's talk why Melissa killed all those kittens and dogs and stuff. I'm just done of it. I'm done with it, guys. That's ridiculous. At least the first hour of it was pretty good. The first hour was good, guys. But I can't do that. I can't do that. I just can't. I can't put myself through that. No matter what you say against Shelby, it don't matter what it is. If it's against Shelby, she's going to retaliate. She's going to retaliate. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. It's sad. I don't have to prove anything. I don't. Now, exactly. They love a murderer. They love them. That's just because of who they are. They hang with each other. But anyways, look, here's the thing, guys. I'm glad Andy B. I'm glad Andy B. was honest. Um, I did oversee Andy B. while he was at the correctional facility. I did. I do remember Andy now. Again, at any given time, we had 40 to 43 people, men that were there. So it was kind of hard to differentiate, to like say, hey, wait a minute. You know, I didn't know exactly what was going on because I had already left that area, but I did know Andy B. I did. And I knew Don Wells prior. If that's a big thing, look, I lived in the area. Everybody knows everybody, okay? Exactly. They can do what they want to do. They can bring Melissa up. They can do whatever. Why don't somebody go over and ask her about the cats that she made the newspaper for killing? All the 30, 40 kittens that she shuck up in a Pringles can and started stabbing them. Like, it is whatever. They're saying you're trying to, it's YouTube. Even the TBI says it. Hey, Shell, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. Yeah, no, I understand that. But it is what it is. Her whole plan the whole time, guys, was that. And it did whatever. I'm not going to feed them no more. I'm not going to feed them no more. There's no need to. There's no need to feed them no more. But we got a lot of things to do. And guys, I want to appreciate, I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys. I want, I'm free. I can do what I want to do. I am working with the state of Kentucky. I have a business working relationship with the state of Kentucky now. Before, I didn't even want anything to do with Kentucky. I didn't want to come back to Kentucky. And I'd always loved Kentucky. She's a dumbass Arctic. It is what it is. And I don't have to mention them. I'm not going to mention that. It's what it is. right now, I have it good. I have it really good, guys. I have it good. I can do whatever I want to do, Lisa. I can do whatever I want to do, and I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I have options in life now. I didn't have those options 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I didn't have those options. I do now. I do now. And I'm going to make the best out of it. I am going back to college. And I think it's going to be well worth it. Well worth it. To get that degree that I need, to get that certifications that I need to do this, I can't beat it. I can't beat it. For them to say, hey, we don't know nobody that's really qualified to do this. Do this class, take this class, come teach the state. Wow. Think about that. The reason the reason right now that Andy Bashir is doing what he's doing, look at it. Look at it. It's because I just told you I just come from Frankfurt a few days ago. Because we're getting it in play right now. All this child abuse stuff. What do you think that's for? I even put it up here. Go back and look at my Facebook post. Go look at when I was in Frankfurt. Even Brad, oh, he was in Frankfurt. You don't remember that? You don't remember that? I mean, come on, people. It don't take rocket science to do this stuff. I'm not letting them bring me down. I'm happy. They cannot beat me. The best thing Angelo could have ever done was put Danny, retired U.S. Marshal, Mr. Butler. That was awesome, man. I'm not worried about Connie Sue or Lisa or none of them. I'm not. They can't hurt me. Thank you all. I appreciate you guys. They can't hurt me a bit. They have nothing on me. And they're mad. They want to get me out of my game into where I'm going to do something that's going to be illegal. And I'm not doing that. I can't do it. I'm not going to. But they still want to make money off of me, people. They still want to make all the money off of me. I knew beforehand. Did I not tell you in the Tiger Chat, ladies? What did I tell you in the Tiger Chats? I said, something's up with this. They planned something. It was easy. I knew what was going on. Did you know before they can even use anything in court for legal purposes to get away from the loopholes, they have to tell you, hey, I'm recording for your safety, for your mind, for your safety and mine. Today is dun dun dun. The time is dun. There's a few things that have to go through. I could have said anything over there. I could have said, yeah, it took Candace and took Don, and I could have said anything. They're idiots. They're stupid. They're ignorant. Hearsay is all they have is hearsay. Hearsay. So sad. She said that Candace was with them all day long. No, she wasn't. She just came from us. Anyways, it is what it is. He's going to. Viper's an idiot. He's an idiot. Oh, I'm behind the scenes. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Okay, do it. I'm going to show them the real Iron Shell. So here's the thing. Where do we go at from here, guys? You see, they know they can't touch me. And they keep bringing back, well, the reason they bring back 2 and 3 years ago, because I was on the run. I was on the run. I couldn't do anything. I was wanted. I'm not wanted now. I can do whatever I want to do now. I can do things. I can do anything I need to do now. I can do it for the people. I can do it for the righteous. I can do it. There's nothing they can do. Bingo. She asked me to go fishing with her that night. I should have went. I didn't. I didn't. I could have done a lot. And the reason I didn't go, because I thought she was setting me up. That's why. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate it. No matter what they do, I don't care. No matter what they do, they'll never beat me. They'll never beat me. That's sad. I did. I had the conversation on live. I was on live when I was doing it. Exactly. I went live while she was at the hemp cafe. Go back to those dates and pull those dates, and you'll see they'll line up. They'll line up. Everybody wants to think this or that. That's what predators want you to believe. Predators want you to believe that, hey, it happened this way. No, it happened that way. No, it's here, there. It's not. It's usually the straightforward path. Exactly. The video of me and her in a car. Exactly. My brother does have Lisa brainwashed, and that's sad. All the other women he's had for the last 8, 10 years from him being in jail, let me tell you something. After he gets done with them and he uses them, they all come and talk to me. I wish I'd have listened to you. You were right. You were right. I'm so glad this ain't. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad this is over. Thank you. Wonder Woman, thank you. My sister's mental retarded. It's untelling. That one is. It's untelling what she has. Literally. My sister tried to get a guy for rape one time because her husband, her old man, walked in on her and she's trying to get a guy for rape. She called and was getting ready to report him. And my stepdad said, if you do that, I will go against you and say you lied. Because she was lying. She tried to get a guy because she got caught. That's how my sister is. She came up. Apparently she don't know how to work a mic. Wow. Blow it up. Blow it up, sis. You know how to do it. Blow it up. There's no telling what she tells. I'll tell you what, people. You can't make this shit up, people. You can't make it up. I mean, I'm telling you, you cannot make this shit up. Jay over there said Ernie came to Facebook after summer went gone. I told that person he was on Facebook way before. Uh, for what it's worth, I don't think Shelby is any better than you. I think y'all are the same. Y'all came from the same parents. I mean this and no disrespect. Okay, when you say I'm the same as Shelby, I'm a hell of a lot different, Shelby. I'm for the good, Shelby's not. Exactly. She tells on herself. That's the most people she's ever had. Ernie is growing these people's channels. Stay off them panels or we're going to kick your ass. He's got to look. Here's the thing, guys. Look, he's getting ready to dump her. He's already told me he's dumping her. I ain't worried about it, guys. I ain't worried about that shit. when you were telling her what was happening with Shelby here and there, and she's like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. How does she know that? Exactly. It's in, look, FOIA. Go talk to the police themselves. You're right, state the obvious. You're right. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. No, hold on a second. State the obvious. I want you to answer this. I want you to answer this. When I pulled up the U.S. Marshal stuff a while ago, you said, here I am with receipts. What did you think about that? I have more receipts. I have a lot more receipts. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. What did you think about that? What did you think about that? State the obvious. I've got more. I'm just waiting for the right time. I went after today's live. I went and I pulled up every fucking picture I could of agents, everything that we did together, everything like back in like 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 08, 09. I think in 08 and 09, like, oh my God, like literally like 08, 09, I had a note. I think it might have been a note three, I think at the time doing pictures on the receipts. Well, they are convincing, but I think more proof will be needed to show that's actually the Danny guy. It's Danny. It's Danny. Well, I here I can show you which I'm looking for the actual photo. If I could get into my LinkedIn, if I could log back into the old LinkedIn, which I'm gonna try tonight, if I can log back in and get back into it, I'll show you her messages. Uh, you can tell Melissa's all out of hell. She don't know what's going on. She inserts herself like she's part of the family. Well, Lisa does. She thinks she's marrying Shelby, but the thing about it is, Shelby's dating another girl named Sherry, or he's talking to a girl named Sherry. So Lisa is out of the question, and it's sad. It's sad because she could be really somebody important, and she's just going to get hit. Jody Sue's ex said something about at the Hay House. That's the only one I seen had pinned at the top. I knew him. Andy. I knew Andy. I knew Andy. But here's the thing, guys. If I sit here and I tell you that, hey, I knew this one, I knew that one. Yes, paintball was trying. Oh, speaking of that, I've got to turn these files into Ernie Shell Shorts. I've got to get them to Ernie Shell Shorts. So I'll be messaging him at a while. I'm going to pull up these things. I got to delete some stuff off my phone anyways because it's filling up real fast. She is playing recordings. You're toast. I'm toast. I'm done. Oh! He couldn't make content like her. You know, all her followers are the ones that don't want summer fam. Bingo, God's blessing. Bingo. I'm not worried about it. It's all good. It's all good. It's over and over and over, and they try to push it and pull it, no matter what they do. Connie asked her about the cats that she offed. Nobody, I bet nobody asked her that question. Or did they? She'll say, "Oh, it's such a long time ago. Oh, I can't talk about that." So, hey, you all go over and ask her about the cats. You all go over and ask her about the cats and the animals she killed. You remember she admitted it on Brad's. I swear to God. What's Mark saying? Is that woman or none or something? It can be anything. Look, let me show you something here. I had a ton of messages, like tons of messages. Connie is playing Eric. Stop it, Ernie. You have enough problems with the present. Don't revisit the past. They just trying to hurt you. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa. I know they are. Guys, look, I'm going to just tell you this. First off, I love women, okay? I love women. I am not gay. I don't know where they get that shit at. But hell, I play along with it all day long. Hey, if I'm gonna get $1 out of it or $2 on a cash app, and somebody say, "Hey," hell, I'll fucking play along with it all day long. If I can get me a taco or a sweet tea or some biscuits and gravy, shit, yeah, I'm gonna play around with it. That's the way I am. But no, I'm not gay. You know what's funny? I'd rather have you guys in here right now. Just a smile. Seriously, Ernie never answered Eric's DMs. I never. I can show you. I ain't worried about it. It's funny as hell. You're scared of a woman if they came on strong. I am. Oh hell. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be scared to death. If a woman come up to me and came on strong to me, Lord God, it's untelling. I'm telling you. I wouldn't know what to do. I'll tell you right now I would. But they're trying to put me out to be this bad person. Do I have a temper? Shoot, yeah, I have a temper. From now on, there will be a 5-minute chat rule speech. No, from now on, we're going to stay here because I've got good news. Like I said, I'm going to be teaching these classes in college and doing this stuff. And we got some programs we're going to be running on the air. So I'm good. I don't even want nothing to do with these guys. I want you guys to help me stay the hell away from them. Stay away from them. Hello, Jody Sue. Hello, Jody Sue. I have a temper. I ain't gonna lie. I have a hell of a temper. Arctic, look, we're gonna get that interview with Dog the Bounty Hunter, and then I'm really gonna set these idiots straight. Cause if I call Beth's number right now, Lisa K is an idiot. Thank you, Jody Sue. That is a fact. You got to let a man chase you till you catch him. I don't want a man chasing me. You're stubborn as fuck. I am. Arctic, I am. I can't help it. I don't bother anyone, but like 4 years ago, I dated women. And I was married and with a man for almost 14 years before. Now, past 4 years, I haven't been into any of them. Lord God, you ain't that gonna happen to me? Lisa has accused Jody too. I didn't know that. You didn't have shit to do with summer vanishing. I know I didn't. I didn't. I didn't have anything to do with summer vanishing. I didn't have anything to do with summer vanishing. Man, talk about a witch. Say her name and such a deep. I agree, Arctic and high maintenance. You don't listen for shit. Chica, I know I don't listen for shit. I'm sorry. But look, guys, I just can't put up with that shit, man. I mean, I don't know where they're going with it. They'll come out of left field with something. They want to say that's how you got it. It ain't how I got HIV. Jody Sue, I do not believe you did either. Jody Sue, facts. Thank you. Look, the fact of the matter is, because I lived in Kingsport and I lived over in Church Hill area, they're going to come out with everything. And that's years and years and years before Summer went missing. He didn't, but they are trying to act like he did. I had nothing to do with that little girl. They have blamed everyone for Summer Wells' disappearance. That's what they're going to do. Anybody that's anybody is going to get blamed for it. Vaginas have HIV too. And she knows. So why is she trying to put that BS out again? With Ryan and crew in town, told Cash is why, effing bitch. Well, I don't know nothing about Ryan. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I got out of it. I mean, like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I mean, I don't. I don't like the sheriff. I don't agree with the sheriff. I don't like Ronnie. I don't like Ronnie at all. That's no big secret. We've had our arguments. I don't. I just don't. I don't do it. I don't fool with that guy. I don't want nothing to do with it. Exactly. Exactly. Hold on one second, guys. I got to find out where my sis is going to be at here. If she's going to be here next week, what she's doing here. Hold on one second, guys. I think they're getting ready for vacation. You want to talk calmly because what Lisa is doing is BS. It is. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I'm just not into it. I mean, when it comes to some of Will stuff, I mean, I just not. Why is it so hard for you to just walk away from the entire topics and just live your life? You don't have to be a YouTube star or a star in general. I don't state the obvious. I don't. But there's a lot you don't know about me. There's a lot you I don't know about me. And it's going to come out. It's going to come out. It's getting ready to, as a matter of fact. That's why I'm kind of trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up with with what it is. I'll put a link out there if anybody wants it. You could have it. I mean, we could sit and talk. That's just what I want to do. I just want to talk and just talk what's going on, and y'all can come up. But at the same time, I'm like, it's crazy. It's a crazy ordeal. But I'm not opposed to it or nothing. I'm not opposed to it at all. I'm not opposed to it at all. It is. It's ridiculous. I don't want to be brought up into the Summer Will stuff. She, when she kicked me off the panel a while ago, I was like, hey, well, we'll do it. And a lot of people does. So what does that mean? Hey,
Hey Ernie,
are you muted? Hey, what are you doing?
not much. Not feeling so good, and I ain't got no bra on. I'm doing coffee.
Well, look, with me, I'm like, hell, I don't
My
even know anymore. I'm so
my
done with this shit.
my kitty has been running across my head, so I have like my cat Ernie. He's been running across my hair. So we got cat hair.
You named your cat Ernie?
Well, I kept calling him Ernie in the living room, Ernie, one night when you were on, and I was joking, and he really responded to it. And at the same time, that hurricane named Ernesto was coming by, so his name's technically because he would meow every time I'd be like Ernie, and I thought that was hilarious. And then I was like, well, there's a little hurricane coming by the East Coast. It's not hurting anything. It's just out there fucking a little shit up. And so I
You
was
named
like,
your Ernie. Oh, God.
name is Ernesto, but call him Ernie, especially when he's being bad.
So, so if you holler Ernie right now, that cat will come to you.
Yeah. Ernie,
If there's a cat comes in the screen, I'm done.
have you not seen him?
No, I haven't.
Ernie, kitty, kitty. He's
If,
asleep. I think he's a
okay,
muppet.
well, oh Lord, oh dear Lord.
Oh, there you are. Ernie, come on, baby.
I swear to God, there was You ain't the only one to name animals after me. I'm telling you.
Well, I didn't name him after you, Ernie. I was like making fun of you doing something online. I was like,
Well,
Ernie.
it's
He
named after me. It don't matter. It's fucking named after me. It don't matter. Respectfully, it's named after me.
kept responding to it, Ernie. And I was
Well,
like, what the fuck? And I wasn't even going to keep him. He was a little runt, you know? And I wasn't going to keep him. I wasn't ready to own another one after my butt and everything passed. Uh, and he picked me. And so now
let me
he's
ask you.
my
Let
guy.
me ask you a question. What years was Andy at the Hay House?
He violated a month into after being sentenced because he was a dumbass motherfucker who couldn't listen or learn it. Pretty much stay stationary. He went to jail for a year, I believe, something like that, and then got out and spent almost a year in Hay House. A whole bunch of bullshit. But crying, whining the whole time. Put money in my books, don't leave me, man. Same shit. So he was there once then, and then once later on for a shorter period. So you're looking at it took him from the arrest 2008, took him like almost 2 years to sentence. So like somewhere around, mm, I don't know. I can look on the envelopes and stuff back and forth with letters, but I'm pretty sure that it was 2011, the first go round, somewhere around there. 211, 2012, something like that. Because it took from, 2009 took to like 2011 for the sentencing to happen. And then he violated in less than a month. And he went back to jail for a while and then went back and was sentenced to the Hay House. And then he got out of there after, anyway, and then he went back. He got a theft charge for entering a house, stealing a bunch of shit next to Walker's Fork, and that violated me. I don't remember if he went because he whined and cried. I had to sell my vehicle. I think that time to get him a fucking lawyer. I believe it was Spivey. I can't remember if he went to the Hay House after that time too. Um. I don't know, but I know people are gonna Ernie when you did, and after I learned you actually did work there, I checked into it. I know people that work there and you work there, but yeah, I don't know why Lisa and them are even bringing him and Ryan's making sure to escort him into her chat. I don't really care.
Well, it's just a big setup over there, and I knew it was because I see how many people was gathered over there. I said I was going to do it. I kept my word. That was about it. You know,
300 for that useless bitch is Ryan or somebody pumping the views in. Plus, Cher moved her fucking live again tonight for the 14th time today. Ernie, you and I both know how this shit works. A lot of the stuff around you is a show. AB's got shit. I mean, I ain't dumb to it. And I'm fine. But what I'm not fine with is Lisa playing in it. I know she knows better. So why is she pumping out the narrative that you've done something to Summer or that you took Summer? Well, that ain't nothing but Lisa lying on purpose to put out a narrative that we all know is not true. So why is she doing it? What's in it for? Why would
I
she do that Summer if she truly gives a shit about her case?
see. I thought this was going to be more about my brother than anything.
I assumed it would be too, but I only watched the last few minutes of it. I only come in the last few minutes unless somebody was telling me about what was going on over there. I was like, well, I'm sure it's about her trying to hump baby Shell, right? Nope, all about Summer, of course. I was like, what the fuck does Arnie do?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I mean,
how many
you know,
times
it kind of caught me off guard too because
I've watched
I
them
was
from the
ready for
beginning.
the Shelby stuff, and I was like, well, I don't care to talk about it, but I really don't want anything else to do with it. To tell you the truth, I mean, just to be honest with you.
Trying to marry your brother in prison because she's a fucking wacko, dude. If she could get any more inserted in Summer Rose's case, I mean, like, this woman needs to be. evaluate somewhere like I can't with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her bullshit's old. And I don't care much of an expert who she wants to pal around with, whether it be Nana, Rockin', Andy's stupid fucking dope whore and him, whatever. I don't give a flying fuck. But it's and Ryan finds not shit. That dude's a whole ass con too. But she wants to be over here calling you something. Shit, I'm gonna call all of you something. You know me, Ernie. I'm not discriminating. I'm just gonna be like, fuck all y'all.
Right. I mean, in a point, I get that way too, but it is what it is. It's just aggravating. It's really, really aggravating. It gets to the point where you look at it and you're like, why, why does this keep going on and on and on for, and I'm like,
I know my first few days here, they tried to have shit planned and make it look like you taking summer. I've told you about that. And I mean,
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it until now. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't believe it till now. I mean, they tried every way in the world.
I've seen that all the show on my phone where they tried to make you look this way and that way, and they tried to make me report you to. I'm like, bitch,
well, here's
they were
the thing.
stalking your family shit down here and sending me pictures of shit. And then I realized it's all part of the YouTube games, everything else, whatever. But I know, like, man, I don't give a fuck if you work house. I don't give a fuck if you're a long-term scaler, whatever the fuck. I know your rotation and how the shit works. And right now, you're the centerpiece of the cash circle. I get it, Ernie. Do all that, I guess, if you want to, though I don't agree with it. And I don't like that anybody's taking advantage of anybody out here in the fucking world. It's going to continue into all of your stuff. But the point is, Ernie, I don't think it had shit to do with Summer vanishing. Whoever's on 110 or somebody very, very associated with them, the damn well ain't none of us did it. End of fucking story. And even I know enough to know that.
There's different things about it. To go back into it, this day and time, it gives me headaches. I'm gonna be honest with you. Think about it and the way things could have been done different, a lot different.
I
People
don't
got
like to
involved.
throw shit. That's no better than what Candace and Dawn have done. It's no better than what Fred's doing. It's no better than all this narrative, horse-driven bullshit that's caused chaos and destroyed lives. Summer's community, real witnesses are court. I mean, fucked with law enforcement, inundated them with shit, slowed down the events. If anybody cares about Summer, they'll stop this. You may be responsible for a lot of shit. You, Jimbo, Baby Shell, whatever. I don't give a shit. But what I know you're not responsible for is Summer Ranch. And there's no way in hell, Army. But Lisa's over there saying the last few seconds, she has proof you weren't having blah, blah. What the hell, lady? And what the hell? Whether you have AIDS or not, how is this fucking relevant? I don't give a shit about your sex life. I don't give a fuck what guy. What the hell? I don't care if you got a bag full of dildos in Florida, Texas, Kansas. I don't care if you like it up the ass. I don't care like you want it up a dick hole. Whatever your sexual proclivities are does not mean that you are out after children. And like, I find it more fucked up that you are not actually out hunting children. But like these people want to concentrate on a bag of dildos or Benny over the years calling in bullshit calls to the feds after, Ernie dropped off fucking big bad bags of dildos on Ben Hill. How did that help Summer?
You know how many times I've talked to the fucking FBI in the last 5 years?
You know how many times I've talked to the FBI in the last 5 years?
I know. Or in the TBI especially, I'm like, guys, this is ridiculous. I'm like, oh my God. Like, they question me over you, right?
I don't know. Do I care? Not really.
They question me over you. They question me Don. They question me over Candace. They question me over Grandis. And I don't even know anything about Grandis, to be honest with you. I never looked into it. Like, Oh my God, man! One time, I'll be honest with you. One time, I sat there and what was his name? Was it Ray? Is it Ray or I can't remember his name. Fuck, I ain't supposed to give names out anyway. But anyways, I talked to one dude one time, and they were like, "There's no way." It's just like what you said that you could have been part of this, and I'm like, "Duh," you know, because I mean they give that out. They're like, you know how Candace had private investigators that investigated me, and she said that the private investigators told her, "Don't fuck with him and don't get around." I don't know what the deal. I don't know who are upper. I don't know none of that shit. You know, I never was in it like that. I just don't understand why people think that. You know, it is what it is.
I don't know. I know we've all been warned about you here. But the thing is that and I know you're connected to other people and like that fucking doofbag crazy bail bond bitch that was doing shit and part of them pretending to be the fake Fed shit and other people and whatever around here. But I mean, Ernie, you're gonna be. You have connections to the area. You know, you you can leapfrog whatever the hell you want around here. It's just like they do to all of us. Oh my God, so and so's on a Facebook, and oh my God, so and so's whatever, wherever. Oh my God, so and so knew somebody
Well,
in third grade.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jody. And you and I both know this. There's people in Kingsport. There's people in Tennessee that have high connection power. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're across the country, Ernie.
Across the country, yes, across the country too. But I'm
With
talking
every
about where we originated from. Okay, because I didn't originate across the country.
we talking about like drug shit or government shit. What are you talking about shit? What kind of shit?
Well,
We
both really. I mean, there's high
most things
people.
about it
I'm not going to
everywhere.
say anything about it, but there's high people out there. Okay. Now, in any town, you're going to have politicians. You're going to have people that run that town pretty much. Okay. They're going to be able to do things that others can't do. And, you know, but when it comes to summer wells, they take the people that are in the community or been around the community or have anything to do with the case, and they go back in the backgrounds and look, and then they see this and then they bring it out and they pull you in with it. That's how they did. That's what they did. That's why they keep saying you, me, you know, and all that. That's why, because I lived there. You know, I lived in Churchill there. I lived on Co Comfort Road. I lived in Deerfield. I lived in a couple places, you know, but did I ever fool
Yeah,
around with Hopper County?
you know.
I couldn't hear what you said.
I mean, they do that shit to everybody. They're like, oh my God. So, I mean, like, Ernie, they brought up places we ain't lived in like fucking decades, and then other residents of those places that we don't even know that lived there decades after us and tried to be like, oh, it's a thing. There was never a thing. You're like, what? You know, and they done the same to you, and they're making you this whatever. Now, do I think I can't say I don't think you're a dangerous individual. I do believe that, Ernie. But do I think he had anything to do with Summer Venison? No, I don't.
You better not say I'm dangerous.
Ernie, come on now.
I'm not dangerous. I'm innocent.
Uh huh. Innocent until caught or proven guilty, right, Ernie? But I don't think you
Something
had
like
shit
that.
in Venison. You know, and Lisa, I know she knows better, and there's enough facts out there to know better. Like, I, you know, no, I just don't see it, man. So why is she pushing this bullshit? Is it just for room movement, show shit, leading the sheep on a circle drive for cash grabs for the group? What's happening here, Ernie? Why is she doing it? Why are there 300?
I don't have no idea. Do me a favor. Take over for a second. Give me about 5 minutes. Can you do that for me?
Okay, but I
Okay,
don't know what.
good deal. Just talk to the chat. Answer some questions. Just talk to the chat. I'll be right back.
Oh boy. Yeah, I doubt I agree. Lisa's more than clout chasing. She's something else. She's really one of them weirdos that go marry a motherfucker in prison. You know? She's one of those types of ladies. And I love how she calls everybody around Summer's case that lives there inserted. This random lady nobody ever heard of or knew is inserted in Rosa and Summer's case. Asshole deep, and it's like, I'm like, I didn't even think that. And I listen to her on the regular, and the bitch is all fucked up and wrong, putting that wrong shit to, I don't know. She is just, and for this community for all the years, you know, to, and they don't, that's a thing, man. For all the years, most of y'all have seen her, they will not, they can't stand her. None of the creators, not from big to little, and now suddenly everybody's like, oh, yeah, there's a problem here, especially as though, I don't know, certain people are revolving around her in a group manner. What's that, Simondia? No, Lisa's looking for, I belong. I'm a really good detective. Oh my gosh. And now she's got her ass inserted in Shelby's case, too. Come on. This woman just, I don't know. She needs to fucking retire and go fucking play bingo or something. She wants him. No, I don't. She wants a baby shell. It's younger. It's locked up for a long period. It can't escape her. I was thinking of that. You know, Who Framed Roger Rabbit character. You know that lady that go when the what's his name comes in. He's the PI or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, it's a man." Sort of looks like Lisa. No, Slim Hauser. I mean, I'm not exercising like gym or anything, no. And I'm just losing weight unnaturally.
It's that stress. Stress getting everybody these days.
No, it's my health stuff, but also, I mean, I don't know, something happened at 40, Ernie. Something weird's happening to me, but no,
Well, I hope it don't
I'm
happen to me. You keep it over there with you, because if it starts coming over here with me, I'm gonna be in trouble.
look, if somebody would donate a couple £100 to me, I'd love it. I missed my weight. This is ridiculous, stupid. I've gotten down to where I'm wearing like a fucking size medium. I'm like, can I just please get on my feet?
That's
But
crazy. That's crazy.
I also, carry wood, do the daily stuff, whatever my health will allow, but I ain't all about stuff like working out shit. I'm a fat girl. I'll do farm shit, but you're not going to see me like going and
Oh
six
yeah.
like at a gym on purpose or yogaing it up. Like, I'm like snacks, homie, and I'm gonna do wood or I'll do something outside or farm, but
hmm Well, that's good. I mean, you know, you're well. I mean, I didn't know you was losing weight. I didn't know that. I didn't know you was sick and everything. It's kind of first time I've heard about that.
no, come on now, Arnie.
I swear I didn't know. I didn't know, Jody. I didn't know. I really didn't. I never heard about it. I never heard you were sick. I didn't. Obviously I know. Obviously I know about it now. I mean, damn, I didn't know. I really didn't.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like a whole lot of people been banking on me being dead long before now, Ernie. So far I'm still alive and kicking. I plan on being until there are answers and justice and I get some sort of change with this fried and horseshit that's occurring around all this and you and all the other characters. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't want to be a character. Okay, I'm trying to stay the hell away from everybody.
But you are. And you know it. We all know it. And I will agree to disagree. I know you got your shit to do, whatever with. I ain't cool with it. But what I'm not What I'm less cool with is the fact that Lisa's playing in the shit while pretending she's doing good for Summer, and I know she knows better, and here she is pumping out this narrative that you've taken Summer, done something to her, and you were there. Why is she doing that? With Ryan and his bullshit
Well,
imaginary spirit having
who
asked
is Ryan? Tell me about Ryan, because I've heard of. Tell me about Ryan. Who is Ryan, and what is Ryan? Because I've just heard about it. I don't know. I didn't. I mean,
here time. Him and his wife
huh?
were going to names Ryan and Jim Miller, etc. for years. Then they come out and he had this persona like he went hiking for his disabled brother. But yet, look, none of this shit makes sense. And I've done a couple lives on him, and a lot of stuff's vanished now. That I did find and dig up on him very early on, and put in my lives. See how I'm seeing, but his whole goal is to get famous and another History Channel episode and also bullshit, which he
But
says
what is he? What does he do? I don't know who he is.
nothing now. I think he got fired from fucking Eastman. He did work at Eastman. Come at least, and then but he moved down here from somewhere else supposedly. But that boy's a whole lot of hot ass con. Um, he ain't doing nothing but looking for bullshit. Look, and he had, you know what he has, Ernie? He has a bed up basically on one of his
Hey, brother, how
little
you doing?
web channels, his built ass websites that in bold letters. The son of a bitch is really all like, "Catch me if you can." Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Explain that. What do you mean? Catch me if you can. I ain't never seen him. I don't know who he is.
Oh
Like,
come on.
what he's got? Okay, so he's got a way. Okay, so he's got a website, and he's like,
He's got many. He's pretending to be PIs. He's pretending to be this, a volcanologist on a Canadian TV show, a underground expert on, I don't know, History Channel. I don't know what all it was. But that's all he's fucking after, dude. He's chasing fame and bullshit. He's got a whole little group around him. His wife's got imaginary
so
fucking spirit. You can watch the
so
whole go down.
so.
He's a
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So he gets viewed. Can somebody? Okay, so can somebody put his link in Messenger in our chats? If anybody's got it, I want to check this guy out. I've never got to look at him. I've never got to see him.
Phoebe, he didn't work with Andy Eastman. Andy never worked with Eastman. Andy's dad worked at Eastman, and not during the same years as Ryan.
Who is? Let me ask you a question. Who's Andy's dad?
Um, Another fucking abuser piece of shit. I mean, they're all fucking monsters. I mean, but he also didn't have shit to do with Summer.
No, I
Uh,
know that, but I'm just trying to think if I know who he is.
Doubt it. And he never got it. I mean, he's more of a homebody. Work home, work home. You know what I mean? He never went nowhere. Nothing else. He ain't even been healthy enough in years.
Did he work? Did he work at Dom? Did he work at Domtar?
No, and not unless it was
What?
when he was very, very,
Well,
very
you see,
young.
my wife, her daddy worked at Domtar.
Oh, I know a bunch of people are on, obviously. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
conspiracy! Oh god, they'll be like so and so knows so and so that knows so and so that knows
yeah.
so and so. Wherever
Matthew, you have permission. You can stream. You can stream, Matthew. You can stream. Go ahead.
is that Matthew silly as fuck? That dude's nozzle. He's pro woman
He said
and
he said he's trying to be nice to you or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you all's deal.
he can't interview me, and I won't go near him because he enjoys platforming known woman and child abusers like Andy. And he fucks around with this group and puts out their narratives, and I ain't fucking down with it. He ain't nothing but a loser stoner in a goddamn garage making money. I fuck that dude entirely. Piece of shit.
Oh,
And I wouldn't give him an interview. I wouldn't go up on his panel like I am yours, Ernie, even though I don't really, and you know I don't like you much,
well, I
obviously.
don't like you either, but still, you're there, and I'm here.
I can have a conversation with you, and
You owe me dinner.
I do. A coffee. You want to have a coffee about it, Ernie?
I'm not having no fucking coffee. We have sweet tea or something like that. I don't drink no coffee.
Have sweet tea, and don't tell the South, Ernie. But I'm not a big fan. of tea or biscuits and gravy. It'll get my Southern girl card revoked.
Well, look, I like biscuits and gravy. If you want to invite me out for biscuits and gravy, we'll have biscuits and gravy, and it
Can
will
have it.
not be on the damn, and it will not be on the internet. You understand that, right?
But um, you can have
Thank
your
you,
tea
thank you.
gravy. I'll have coffee. That's a whole fucking meal.
No, but anyways, I don't want to, and I'm not wearing the crocodile hat either. So I just that's all they are to it.
Oh no, Ernie! But the world thinks it's sexy.
Look, I tell you what, I tried that shit over in Kingsport. I put that damn hat on. Ain't no way in hell I'm ever doing that again. Ever doing that again.
You know better. You can't even wear a damn mask around here to keep germs out of your face while not die. You know how they be like, fucking
Oh yeah.
liberal. You're over here looking like Crocodile Dundee. You know they gonna give you shit around here. Come on,
Well,
man.
it ain't giving me shit. It's funny because I had to
That ain't
some of the
cowboy.
Kingsport City police. Yeah, go ahead.
That ain't the cowboy apparel. That ain't that Appalachian fair shit. You can't be wearing that crocodile hat.
I know. I I have a ball with it sometimes though. I got to fix the hat now. A damn dog fucking Tex man. He like to eat my damn hat up or some shit. He messed it up.
So are you even allowed to travel on probation, or you gotta ask permission first and get
I mean,
approval?
I can do certain things. I mean, it's very lenient. It's very lenient. And that
20
and now that I'm gonna be working with the state, I can do a lot more. I just got to get a few things together. What I'm trying to do right now, and
I know
that's what I'm
you
trying to do, mate.
go outside of 25 or 50 miles from home on any day without approval. It's like I even had to have approval to go to my damn job I already had, when I was on it from because it
Well,
was like,
they told me I can go anywhere in Kentucky and bordering, but just to
and
let them know, just to kind of check in with them and stuff, and that's what I'm gonna do.
uh, well, I mean, like one of the restaurants and shit that I worked in, and because I run like three at once, right? But one of them literally had the state line going through it and a symbol for it because it was a historic thing and it splits Virginia and Tennessee, so it's technically
You're
be
talking
across
about the state line up on the hill there,
in Bristol.
where the bar is at, where the pool hall was at, state line bar.
And no, I'm talking about it's right there at the Paramount and KP and whatever. But inside the kitchen, one of the kitchens I was in, the state line goes through it. So when I go to one side of the kitchen, it would be Tennessee. One side would be
You're
Virginia.
you're talking about Kingsport. You're talking about Kingsport and uh Lynn Garden, right? Or Weber City.
No, I'm not about Bristol where the state line splits.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay, okay. I thought you was talking about over the hill there, where they call the state line bar and shit.
no,
Where Alan Hood killed that fella over there. You know what I'm talking about? That right?
where the cigarettes are cheap and all that shit. Gate City where we used to
Yeah, yeah.
cruise.
Alan Hood shot that. He shot that fugitive guy over there. We was.
Alan.
Remember that?
I know Alan well,
I know Alan well. I know Alan very fucking well.
What's his name? Don, whatever he used to, but oh god, I was friends with him for
You,
years.
you
He died.
talk about Oh my God. I'm trying to remember the guy in Hawkins. I'd worked with him a couple times. You remember the guy at Hawkins who wore the gold necklaces all the time, the bounty hunter? Right. Damn, I know him. Fred, no, it's
The one that worked with that justice bullshit lady that was helping Penny and only play the fake Fed shit and trespassing on Donna Kate.
no. He's dead. I think he died. I can't remember his name to save me, and I know him really well too. It's on the tip of my tongue. He wore that eagle. He wore that big eagle gold necklace, and he wore them necklaces like Mr. T would wear. He'd have a bunch of gold chains on his neck. Fucking Hawkins. It's in Hawkins County. It's in Hawkins. It's Hawkins Bail Bond. I'm trying to remember the name of the damn company and his name. Um, I want to say it's something like it starts with an F, maybe. I don't know. Fred? No, it ain't Freddie. I have to look. I have to look. I mean, it's been a few years. Hell, it's been back in the
We worked for Alan.
Cat BA. I worked for Allen probably in God dang, shit, 2013, 2014. No, wait a minute. That's a conflict of interest there. Let's see. 20, I want to say 2012, 2013, 2010, something like that.
Do you remember Jennifer that used to be around him?
Who?
She didn't well, nothing, but Jennifer, do you remember her? Did we lose you, Ernie? Or did
No, I'm
Ernie?
here. I was talking to somebody, but who?
Oh,
Who? Jennifer who?
oh gosh, I forget her last name. It's been years. Um,
What was she? What was she? And I'll tell you.
God, she just hung out with him, man, and she sort of knew everybody. Knew everybody.
Jennifer. Who did she hang out with? And I'll tell you.
I
Alan?
mean, yeah, and like, I mean, like, there ain't many in this town. Man, her last name is fucking escaping the shit out of me.
Right. So, uh, I do remember a few of them. I mean, to be honest with you.
Were you around him when he was already starting to do the rental stuff? Well, you had to be if it was those years because he was doing the rental stuff when and before I had little. So, yeah, you had to be working for him when he was doing the rentals, right?
Well, I wasn't working for him. I worked with him. Here's the thing. Back in, I want to say 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. Um, I want to say it's around that time when I met him. Around during that time when I met him, probably. I know he had that big old yellow truck. I think it's a yellow truck he had. I think it was yellow. Anyways, he had a big old huge truck. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, Alan. Remember his son when he got in trouble? His son got in trouble or something.
Man, I never kept up with Alan like that, you
Bad,
know?
Bad Boys. What was the name of the damn group? I don't know. I know when Dog it came down to Tap BA. I think I want to say. Good God! I want to say it's Memphis. I want to say it's in Memphis, but it might have been not. It might have not been. It might have been across the line there. But anyway, it's when Dog came to Tap BA and done the interview. He done a like a guest interview thing, talking and shit. I was talking. That's when they stood up and they had took Hood's. They took Alan Hood's. I think bonded license. They took his bonding license for his in trouble.
Yeah, I think they've done that a couple times.
Oh yeah, a lot of times. Well, he shot that guy over at state line. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't talk about it much,
One I
but
knew, I think worked with him. He lived in Lingard. It might have been him, or did he have his own? His dog accidentally shot him.
no. Yeah, I've heard that thing too. But
He used to live behind the
you
bakery
know, I
there. His dog
you
accidentally
know I got you you
shot
know you know when he killed that when he killed that guy at the damn state line, right? Shot him in the back. I got blamed for that at one time.
There's been a bunch doing some things, and they kick indoors. It's sort of a
Well,
thing. Country
I
with
don't
all.
know why. And the thing about it is, I had nothing at all to do with that either. But I got blamed for that shit. Like when that guy got like, there's a few. I don't want to go back into it because it brings back fucking old ghosts and shit, and I don't want to do that. But there's a few things out there that that he had, you know, he would take property and shit if you didn't. Like I've heard a lot of shit on him and like
Part
women
of
and shit with women, but
them.
that's just everybody over there.
I mean, they'd always hold property and shit until you got out, cars, whatever, you
Well,
know.
I'm talking about what he would do is he would if you couldn't pay your bond and everything, I've heard that he would get with somebody's woman or something and have her have sex with him, and if she didn't have sex with him, he put the guy back in jail or didn't push it, and just pussy payments. You know how that shit is.
They're prevalent.
Which I can't say that everybody don't do it, because a lot of people, a lot of them over there did do it. Hell, there's a bunch of cops over there and shit that fucking that we was just a bunch of bullshit. Long time ago.
Yeah, well,
You remember Mark Johnson?
happens all too often.
Do you remember
Little,
Mark Johnson?
what?
Mark Johnson.
Mm,
Name rings a bell, don't it?
it's, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those vague names. Like, I don't know. I don't know too many of those, like, by that first name. So, but if it's been decades, it's hard telling. Could have come across anybody in this town, or around it.
Well, Mark Johnson worked for he worked for Kingsport City Police. Remember,
What
Black Mark
year?
Johnson. God, I know you'd ask me this shit.
You should
2012, let's say
know.
2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Them
Uh,
years.
I thought maybe you meant Marvin, but okay.
I know you're talking about Marvin. God dang it.
Well,
Yeah, I know who he is. Too.
yeah. Gosh, what happened? He was awful, but he was such a lovely human being. I just loved him to pieces.
He was very careful, very heartful.
He was very good,
He wore his heart on his sleeve.
and his family are very good people as well.
Do you remember? I can't remember the other one. I can't remember. If you, it don't matter anyways. Now, hell, it's water under a bridge. But you know, uh, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
So, what are your thoughts on why Lisa's doing this around Summer's case, Ernie? While being surrounded by Team Candace and Dawn, or
Well, see, I don't know. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know who she's. I don't know nothing about her, to be honest with you. I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I know she started with me and my family, and it got me fucking pissed. But her trying to tie me in with everything and all this shit with Summer Wells. I'm not in it. I'm not wanting to be in it. I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay. So like
well,
with her doing this, she's just trying to break. She's trying to raise old bones up. That's just it.
no, she's trying to put out this shit for a reason, Ernie. Why? When she knows better, and I know she knows better. So why is she
Well, I
doing it?
don't know because I've not been in the communities. I've not been in them.
How many
Um,
times through the narrative that Ernie did something this summer? How many times over all the years?
well, I
And
mean,
all
they're trying to get me on stuff right now. They're just trying to add more and more to it. Like they've proved wrong on the U.S. Marshal shit. And I talked to some people that talked to Danny and knows Danny now, and they're like, well, he didn't know he was being recorded, so that shit's gonna come back and bite him. I ain't worried about it and could care less. We used code names back in the day. We didn't use real fucking names. We used code names. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. It's getting ready to slew them. What's Gary do?
but we've been over it. We've already proven like all this shit has been it's just rinse repeat with this game set chess bullshit, YouTube, room movement, cash grab bullshit around the summer, and I'm sick of it. And what Lisa's doing is gonna create narratives and horse shit to get law enforcement inundated, and she knows it. So she cares about Summer. Why is she doing it? If
Look,
people
here's the
care
thing.
about Summer, why are they allowing it?
Well, I mean,
Now,
what can they do? I mean, people are going to do whatever. I mean, fuck. I mean, I've been through it for the last 3 years. I know it's going to be ridiculous. It's 4 years. It's
look,
ridiculous.
wants us to free your baby so she can fuck him in person or something or get conjugal visits. I don't care. Okay? If she
Look,
wants to
and
make herself
let me just look.
divorce
This
you.
ain't, you know, this ain't about summer, but listen, in the last week, a week and a half, I've had federal agencies contact me like twice. I don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, not summer. It ain't got nothing to do with summer. I've already talked to FBI. I had to talk to the FBI. I even talked to the TBI a week and a half ago over some shit that didn't even have anything to do with anything. Like literally, I'm like, these YouTubers are making up so much bullshit. It ain't even funny. Like
2 weeks.
My PO had hundreds of phone calls. They filled up the damn answer machine service. They
You
couldn't even
said,
get through. Nobody could get through.
did you say 2 weeks ago, Ernie? About 2 weeks ago, a little over.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be when AB was giving hints that you somehow owing money to somebody and making up his bullshit, doing room rotations and talking about Katie and all that shit went on, and then you were supposedly
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know who's doing it to me. It's Angelo. I mean, they tell me the names. I mean, I know that hell, I know them on first name basis now. I know FBI members on a first name basis now, and I never thought I'd ever do that. I'm trying to stay the hell away from law enforcement and all that. I don't care about what's going on with the other shit. I don't. They're just trying to get me put back in jail. They're trying to find something on me. They're saying I killed Summer Wells. They're saying I have something to do with Summer Wells. They're saying I killed Ronnie King. They're saying I killed Melissa Gilbert. They're saying I killed Kayla. They're saying I killed all these people. All these people they're saying I killed. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what in the fuck is going on?
I feel like you're definitely probably responsible for a few crimes, including murder. I think you and Jimbo and your brother had something to do with things. You know, but my thing here, that's for somebody else to figure out. Uh, you do you, whatever Lisa
Well, here's
can
the
do.
thing. I never had anything to do with Ronnie King. I didn't. It,
Summers
now
is bull.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Now there are people that I fucked over with. Okay, that I've
Yeah,
messed up. That I've really no. I'm being honest. I'm being straight up honest. Ronnie King, I had nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. Now I'm not that person. Okay, I'm not that person. Now Jimbo, on the other hand, what he done with him and Shelby, I don't know. I wasn't there. They even said they was trying to play a joke on me.
they've always scammed to get. I mean, they know what Jimbo's just as much as a con as you. I mean, like, and everybody else. And they've been like, oh, Jimbo in the stand, and expect rah, but fuck Ernie, let's hunt him down, but let's warn him right before cops get. It's all this fucking YouTube drama, Ernie. You know, if you want to build a
Well,
character and
I
do,
want nothing of this YouTube drama. I'm going back to college. I'm going to get my shit together. I'm getting
are you
things together right now that I'm doing that I need to do. I don't care about that.
gonna go to college for? I want to go myself.
Well, I'm going to take a class, and they said once I get this class, I can be like a trainer for the state of Kentucky for human trafficking and combating child predators and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got my own thing going. I'm working on it. I'm very qualified at doing it. I've already talked to the state officials. Fuck, I talked to damn it, what is it? Commonwealth. I've talked to the Commonwealth. I've talked to Kentucky officials. I've talked to people from the governor's office. That's why he's running and doing that shit right now with the child abuse stuff. Did you see what the governor in Kentucky done today? And I was just
Uh,
in Frankfurt here just 5, 6 days ago or whenever. Because
no,
we was
they
yeah.
spent watching the House spent in the hearings on all this stuff where they fucking texted war plans to the fucking Signal app, and I've just been mind blown by that today.
I am Wonder Woman. So somebody's saying is PG is calling for you over there.
No, see, they're all trying to pull on you for views and cash grabs tonight, Ernie, and it looks like they want you away from me, probably too. Wouldn't you say?
Uh
And
again, I mean
you
it may be that. I don't know. I'm not into Summer Wells stuff. And the thing about it is I said a lot tonight that nobody even knew. I was being honest. I was being fair. I was with Lisa. I was telling her, hey, yeah, I knew Don Wells. I knew freaking Andy B. I mean, I work, you know, when my work stuff. So I mean, it is what it is, and they're gonna say whatever they want to say.
bro, he'd suck anybody's ass to get where in any of those places. Like, you know how many times that fucking sumbitch called me from jail being like, call so and so. cell's being mean to me. I don't like this guy. We're gonna fight. And of course, I wasn't there to knock a motherfucker out for him, so I had to call and be like, "Man, can y'all move his ass to another cell? Cause punk ass little bitch. Can somebody go check on him tonight? Cause he's fucking calling me, crying. You know how
I
many
can't
times
remember
I
who got.
call my fucking friends or text their phones and be like, dude, can you get him moved?
Who was that? Who was that at the Hay House? Who help me out here? Who was that at the Hay House he got into it with? And he said, I can't remember. I remember it now a little bit. I just can't remember the names because we had like 42, 45 people any given time, and they was just in and out. It's like a rotating door, to be honest with you. You know, people was absconding, people was doing this, people was doing that. They was getting busted. They was
guy in that had been in his cell. That guy eventually came to the house and was annoying the fuck out of her. But I think that guy and like got violent.
Wasn't he like a muscle guy or something?
And Andy ain't gonna get into it with nobody. Like, you know, they're gonna punk his ass out and knock him the fuck out. Till he got very volatile, and that's what, you know, like year and a half.
Well, I mean, I can't remember. I can't remember if he got into it. What happened? I can't remember. I remember Andy now. After everybody, you know, after I looked at pictures and stuff of him, I'm like, wait a minute. I remember this guy somewhere. But you know, back then it was different than what that.
Dude. And then all of a sudden he'd start saying things to me, you know, whatever. But still, he didn't have ballsy. Instead, it's like at work. If he had problems at fucking work, dude, he would stand there and some other man would piss him off or whatever. And he worked with one at Hayworth that had already busted him in the goddamn mouth when we were kids and teens right before him and I started dating. And anyway, but then he emulated this dude while he's at work. But they would piss him off at work and he'd call me, he'd start shit. He'd leave work and he'd tell me, he's like, I'm on my way home, I'll show you a monster bitch, blah, blah. And he couldn't beat my goddamn ass because he's
Jody, let me ask you a question. Did you ever meet that guy I was telling you about, that Raymond Geisel guy?
That doesn't ring a bell, I don't think. Now I know a few Raymonds, but I don't know what last name.
Well, he goes by different names. Which Raymond? Raymond's. What is it?
Did he go by Ray Ray?
Ray Smith. I'm going to think. I'd have to get all that.
The other night, he pretended to be one of the soldiers in Summer's shit, and they were not.
Well, he's getting back into Summer stuff. Ray Smith.
The fucking fire, and he was in Lisa Kaiser somewhere the other night.
Yes. That's the one that was on the phone call. That was the one that was on the phone call with Don.
He's not
the one that said
he was not in with real police. He's a fucking liar. Why are they allowing that to run around?
Well, I don't know. You know, he's got a lot on him, and they're getting ready to find out. And he's in these different chats.
Head running around the other night. Why?
Because what he's doing is name dropping FBI, TBI. I'm coming back to do Summer's thing. What they finished and couldn't finish, or some shit like that. Saying that he trains these cadaver dogs. He don't know shit about it. Mark called him. Mark called him up, and I thought Katie was going to capitalize on it, or Mama T. It's either Katie or Mama T. I can't. Mark, which one was it? Mark was in here. Mark Trump called him. He said, "Can you tell me how you train cadaver dogs?" Well, there's a special way to train cadaver dogs. A lot of people don't understand that dogs, you know, go ahead.
Whoever that is fake as fuck. They run around the community for views and push us and otherwise being loud. I don't know. But anybody sees
that's Raymond Geisel. His name's Raymond Geisel. He threatened Obama. The Secret Service arrested him. He threatened George Bush. He's been to prison. He's got mutilation charges on animals. He's got abduction charges. He's got all this crazy shit.
You got any proof of that?
Yes, it's on his record. He's a bad dude.
Why is he here? Why are Lisa what?
Think about it. Exactly. Why is he here? He's on missing kids rescue. He was on missing kids rescue things, and they couldn't figure out what he was fucking doing. He lied to them. He lied to them to get in on it. I'll have to give you all the information. I don't have it here with me.
Ernie, wouldn't you agree that in this realm, not only are you going to find real victims, survivors, and fighters who watch true crime because of what they've lived through.
You're going to find predators. You're going to find real predators. Yes.
You're going to find predators, child predators,
yes.
monsters of all types who are going to come over here and use this as pretty much spank material and to get off on while they're not able to commit real crimes out in real life or holding off or trying
Well,
to keep.
here's what they do. They
Gonna be-
get all their information. They get all their information, and they turn it around to use it to their advantages. That's what they do.
It's why I encourage safety here in this, because you are going to find real predators that could hunt down real women and their children who are giving out far too much information in these chats while there are real predators watching.
Okay, so here's the thing, Mark. Mark was right. Mark was right about it. But there's certain things they don't just give you on the internet. You have to have training for. And this guy, like, he keeps name dropping the FBI. He drops TVI, and he's like, "Oh, I talked to him 3 hours." Look, you know, and I know both. When the FBI contacts you, it's short, it's brief, it's straight to the point. They ain't no 2 or 3 hour conversations.
And can I address something in your chat real quick, Ernie? Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of them down there is saying that PG has questions for me, the law about Andy B. No, that's the worst thing that's ever happened to Summer's case. She's a piece of shit. She puts out the most garbage. She creates the most danger to all of us here. She doxes the entire damn community. She makes fun of what could be Summer's last meal. She ties to Jesus and Summer Wells, mind fucks people, puts out propaganda at the highest rate. She's accused me of cutting off Summer's feet and planting print. She's accused and said falsely that Summer's prints in front of her. She has done nothing but destroy everything. And Benny, Benny even said it when he found her. She was crying and digging through couch cushions for cigarette money and all this other crap, and she's addicted, and you can see her hiring shit every night. And she's done to Dawn, Candace, Summer. I just can't. And so, no, she don't have nothing to say to me. She can say it about me. She can put my name or title. She can tie it to Jesus and Seven Wells, whatever, is a fucking freak. I ain't got nothing for her, and I ain't got nothing to say to her, and I ain't coming to visit. She's lied. She's created narratives about all of us. She is pumping out. No, absolutely not. No, I won't be going to.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know her that good. I've been on her panel a couple of times. I've never had no problem. But I don't study it. I never got into the Summer Wells thing. I was pulled in it. I don't study it. I don't study it. I don't watch the people.
Who pulled you in?
Benny Keys pulled me in. Benny Keys and the racetrack, that crap at the racetrack. That's what got me involved in it.
But see, they were hunting you down before, and then I remember when they pulled you in, and you became a constant around here. What was that other guy with you on Predator Hunter Nation? He's a black gentleman from down in Texas, and then he just sort of faded. I don't even remember his name.
Who was it? What is it?
He knew you and Jimbo and all, and they tried to get him in rotation around here too. He's a black gentleman from down there in Texas. He does predator hunting too. What was his name? Do you remember?
You talking about Troy? You talking about Troy?
I can't remember his name, Ernie.
Troy.
He wears a
Has to be
cowboy hat.
Troy. I mean, I don't know. Has to be Troy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know no other predator hunter like that. I'm trying to think. Let me get in. It's cold as hell. Hold on a second. Let me get this jacket off.
It's cold up there?
Fuck yeah, it's cold.
What the hell, Ernie? Yeah, it was warmer shit there. It's been windy.
Oh, bro.
It's been warm. It's supposed to be in the 90s, like 30-degree above temps this week. So, this will all be warm soon. But I still am having to carry one. It's getting a little chilly at night still, but during the day it's beautiful here. So I mean, why are they doing this again, Ernie? Why are they redoing rinse, repeat, room movements with this?
I guess it's because of money. I don't know nothing about it, though. I mean, I really don't know nothing about it.
Look at the timing on things. 2.5 weeks ago, mine with Katie and AB and all that, and they're lifting you up. And I mean, you know, I promised we were to hunt shit out of tragedy pimps, right? So for what they did in Summer's case and all of us and the acquiring and the hunting of us, and I'll stay true to that. So I'm gonna call everybody out for what the hell it is, but that does not mean I cannot hold decent, calm conversations with some of y'all at times when y'all want to behave with me. You know.
Well, you talk about Duke Farrow. Duke Farrow.
That's it. That's it.
I hate that son of a bitch. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to get a hold of him.
I've not seen or heard from him forever, and they tried to make him a character over here, dude.
Dude, they think I can't wait to get a hold of him. I swear to God, I can't. I got something coming for him. I swear to God, I hate that son of a bitch.
So, I mean, Ernie, if you strip away all the bullshit, the narratives, the goofy shit, the crap reviews, circulating rooms, tragedy pimp bullshit, what's your real, true, honest, heartfelt opinion about what
About
happened?
what? You know, and I both know, and we'll talk offline about that. I don't want to get back into it. I don't want to give my view about it no more.
To it,
I'll
but
talk to you. I'm not talking online about it
all right.
because it brings back too much shit, and then people will take that and they'll run with it. And to be honest with you, I'm done with it.
What do you think Lisa K's motives are with your brother?
She's in love with him, obviously.
Matt,
She believes everything he says. You know how it is. It's scorn.
certain roses. She's acquired an Andy. She just loves the abusers and monsters, and she's singing it. Let me raise some man in prison. It's a man. Let me fuck with justice and get him trying all the things going.
Mm.
She's
They think they're going to get a new. Here's the thing. They think they're going to get this new trial or something. And the fact of the matter is, they can't. I wish, if I would have knew what I know now, would I have done what I done
What'd you do?
with my brother, about my brother and stuff?
Oh, well, I thought you
If my
didn't do
brother,
it.
if my, I didn't do it, but if my brother wouldn't have done what he done when he pointed that gun at that child, I don't think that I would have ever said anything about my brother.
You
I
mean when
wouldn't.
you all were down there near Nashville and the woman and the child and the purse, and then you had the roadblock and the cop and
No, that wasn't in Nashville. That was in Harlan. It was in Harlan.
oh, I thought that was Nashville.
No, it was in Harlan. Everything happened in Harlan, Kentucky. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have never said anything. If he hadn't said, you know, that he was going to kill Mama and Bruce, me, and do away with the family and shit, I would have
Yeah.
never. I would have probably never said anything about it because he told me what he was doing. He told me all of it. He told me everything. He told me he was like, but then he was like, he turned on me like he took my shit. He took my shit and he wanted to, like, I didn't know. I didn't see at the time. I didn't know what he was doing at the time. Like
What do you
you
mean?
said,
Yeah.
like he told Jimbo on the phone. He's like, if Ernie would have let me have those handcuffs, I wouldn't have had to do anything like that. No, it made it easier, he said, or some shit like that. He tried to get my bail. He tried to get my bail gear. He tried to get my bail bond stuff. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
What is it Jimbo has over everybody? It's like I can see your body behavior when you're around Jimbo. It's like, man, he acts like I don't know, it's like he has something over y'all and like y'all have to sort of sit back and take his bullshit, man.
But he
What
don't
is
have nothing. Here's the thing.
that?
I have it over him. Okay, it ain't him
Well,
having it over me. He has nothing over me. But I know
but
everything about him.
the body behavior and mannerisms suggest that he's either threatening you all with something that's false or maybe attempting to set you all up for shit throughout the years because you all in your movements, even in McDonald's, suggest that you sort of sit back from it and
I
earn
took
trust.
my boot. Listen, I took my listen. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah.
Jimbo. Let me just give you an example. And this is something I probably never said. I don't even think I've ever said this before. We was out on a dirt road, and he had set this guy up to meet.
Yeah.
The guy comes in, you know, he's unaware of anything that's going on, literally. And I don't know if it was over what kind of deal it was over. I don't know the logistics of it, what it was actually over. All I know is Jimbo's like, hey, this guy did this guy did that. Jimbo always had a way of saying, hey, this guy did something, but he wouldn't tell you exactly what it was he did. He would make up something else. And I was naive. I was stupid. I was naive. I was stupid. I was ignorant. And Jimbo would pay me 150, 250, $300, you know, just low money for what it was. But fuck, I was a country boy and I'd been used to doing shit like that all the time. So
All right. You set up a
we,
motherfucker, get them robbed a little, nobody gets hurt, everybody, goes home.
well, I never robbed nobody. I was never robbing anybody.
You
But
just
I did do things, huh?
Jimbo, right?
What is it?
You just helped get them to the places for Jimbo to do the stuff, or what?
No, no, no. Jimbo would never do nothing to his own. He'd always have people paid to do it to him. Like he paid me $250 to follow this guy around. Chris Lewis did too. Chris Lewis, he paid me. This guy had stole some shit off of Chris Lewis. Chris Lewis bought me a plane ticket. He said, "You're going to spend a day. He's going to spend 2 or 3 days in Vegas. You're going to go there. You're going to whip. You're going to whip the fuck out of this. You're going to get my money, or you're going to whip the fuck out of this guy." Well, Chris Lewis was a big spender. Chris Lewis had money, so he put me on a flight to Vegas. I spent the night in Vegas, had fun that night. The next day, the guy opened his sports store up, and I was supposed to go in there and collect some stuff. Okay, collect enough to even a bed out, to even some shit, pretty much some shit that he owed. Okay, so Chris gave me a list of things to do, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you, I fucking did it. Okay, I did it. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. Did I rob him? No, I did not rob him.
Then I
Did I
want my
do
damn.
something? No, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. But I did do some shit that I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of it at all. And I thought about it on the trip back home, on the trip back to Bluegrass. Yeah, I was thinking about that shit. It hurt. It hurt me a lot because I done that. I've always had a heart. But when I
Well,
found out, what hurt me the most is when I found out what the deal was, and it wasn't what Chris had told me. It ain't what Jimbo had told me either, because Jimbo set me up with the guy in the first place. I met Chris Lewis through Jimbo. So it's you know, they say it's who you hang with. Okay, I hung with people of
sometimes.
the mafia people type. Okay, the people that had power, the people that get shit done. And
But
I become somebody who done shit for them, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all.
I mean, most people that saying holds true, like birds of a feather and fleas and dogs and all, but it depends on your character and backbone. I mean, you could know or hang out with raw people. That doesn't mean you have to be them or jump off a fucking cliff or bridge if they say so or emulate their behavior or join in on it. It's
Jimbo preys on your weaknesses. Jimbo preys on your weaknesses, and he knew that I have a heart, especially for children, and I have a heart for women and people that's you can't defend themselves. He knew that. He knew that because I was picked on. I was picked on in school. When I was in school, when I was in the seventh, when I was in the fifth, sixth grade, seventh grade, all the way up to the eighth or ninth grade, I was picked on. I started boxing. When I started boxing with Ralph Carr and started training and getting to go to all these cool places with Ralph and pretty much learning because you know he had boxed with Joe Frazier. He was Joe Frazier's one of Joe Frazier's sparring partners,
really
and I got to training and got to getting really good at something. Like it was a different world. It was a different world to me too because then I started protecting myself. I started getting in fights and shit. My dad killed old boy's uncle. The next day in school, it was like the next day or two in school, there was a big fight over it. The principal was getting ready to talk to us, and he didn't get to us in time, and we was a fight. I put the boy through the trophy case. Everybody in Everest knows about that. I put the boy in the fucking trophy case. Like
kid
I
and
was going to kill. I was
for
a
most
kid, but I was ready to kill that kid. I was ready to kill that kid, and I had to stop. And if it hadn't been for my other friends that pulled me off of that kid, I would have killed that kid probably. But then,
Ernie, don't you think it's a
go ahead.
response? That maybe you have stuff in your back that you need, even then you were having problems or, not thinking about things in correct ways and that,
I
like,
didn't, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm trying to be different now. I'm trying to be different. I'm doing my best to be different. But do I have a temper? Hell yeah, I have a temper, and I'll fight you in a fucking ace of a heart. I mean, a heart attack. I will. And I love to fight bigger people. I love the taste of blood. I love being hit in the face, and when I start bleeding, I look down. I'll lick the blood off of me. And it turns me into a fucking madman. But I don't want to be that. I do not want to be that.
I get that, and you can choose, Ernie. You can hold back those urges. It's
I have
choice.
been. I have been. And that's why I just get away from people and do my own thing now. I do my
That's
own thing.
not always
And I
gonna
put
happen,
that anger issues towards something that's going to be productive and positive.
but it means you have to keep absolute control at all times over yourself and keep that shit caged and only the good out.
Don Wells had me so fucking mad when he turned that damn interview down. When he turned that interview down, he had me so mad. I was going to drive the fucking Hummer through his fucking front door. I mean,
See,
I was
Ernie,
going to do it.
on the YouTube shit when they were out here doing all their fuck shit in the beginning. We had no concept. We were all in there like doing our own. I don't know what the fuck them motherfuckers and everybody else doing, feeding PG, squall, everybody else bullshit, feeding out neighbors, witnesses, shit to get everybody targeted and fucking shit. Just so you just fucking motherfuckers. But I don't know what interview you're really talking about.
Well, I mean, it's past the point. I don't want to talk about Summer no more. I mean, you know how it is. I don't know why they're bringing it up. I don't know why they're doing it. It's just what it is. I've been questioned. I've been talked to. I'm done with the police. I'm done with the federal shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with it on that level.
Did you ever hear the phone call? I'm sure you had the phone calls between your brother and Jimbo when Jimbo got him on the phone and all that. And like he was talking about the change stuff with him and said, I think around that and was like, oh yeah, I'll take
No,
that.
I've never heard the phone call. I don't listen to shit like that. I don't
Yeah,
the court thing.
well,
I watched a little bit of it, never watched much of it at all.
well, it was when he was doing the phone calls between you all that day between you and your brother as he was turning your brother into love with me, getting the recordings on him. It would actually, I don't know, it's like he hung up at a very convenient time before your brother could maybe place him into something or say too much, but Jimbo had gotten just enough to put it off on just your brother. Do you ever wonder if Jimbo and your brother did that and Jimbo wanted
Look,
to
here's the fact. Here's the
brother?
fact. Here's what I know. Here's what I know. Somebody had to take him up there because he had no vehicle himself except for his wife's vehicle that he used. And I know she wouldn't have probably let him use it at that time of the hour, to be honest with you. I don't know why Shelby was with Jimbo and why Shelby had to meet Jimbo to give him makeup at 2:30. Is that correct?
Makeup?
Yeah, for his wife or something. Jimbo had to meet Shelby at 2:30 in the morning or some shit like that. I don't know exactly. I've never fooled with it. I've never fooled with
I
that
know
part.
the timeline doesn't really add up to distances and all that, but I've never looked in. I mean, I've looked into it enough. It didn't take too long to figure out shit was real fucking weird. Jimbo was definitely I don't know, he's more I don't know. It's like you leak the fire stuff. Jimbo is wilier, but he's still not as smooth as he thinks he is. I think some of those calls he very much stopped shoving mid sentence, even though if he was doing what he said he was doing, he would have kept your brother on the phone longer. Instead, he hangs up just enough to make sure it seems like Shelby can't add more to it.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example how Jimbo is. We worked for Fast Track. We worked for Fast Track and we worked for Bluegrass Repo. We was in Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. And Jimbo's after this repo. We had to get this repo. Okay, so the address is like a 4 or 5 floor apartment complex. Jimbo won't get out the fucking car. He parks around to the vehicle. He's like, look, This is you right here. So he gives me the papers, gives me the orders. And here it is. This fucking building is like highly security. They're guarded. It's guarded everywhere. And like right before we get there, Jimbo already knew what he was going to do because he gave me 2 5-hour energy drinks to drink. Have you ever drunk one of them 5-hour energy drinks?
I don't do it because of my heart stuff. I don't, and
Well,
I'm doing energy drink.
imagine imagine me as hyper as I already am. He gave me one of those to drink, and
Drink
two or
them.
3 minutes later, it was blueberry. I never forget this. He gave me another. He gave me another one to drink. I drunk 2 5-hour energy drinks, and like he already had. I was so fucking pumped, like ready to go, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. And when we got there, that building, he was like, "I can't. We can't get in. We can't get in. They weren't gonna let us in anyway." So we pulled over to another building, and I walked over there, and he was sitting there on the phone. He was talking to me on the phone. He's like, "Hey, I need you to get this vehicle. You gotta get this vehicle, man. I got an extra $20." Well, fuck. I mean, I was being used. I was being groomed. I was being used. I fucking climbed that whole goddamn top of that building, got to the third floor, jumped off the side of it. I scaled the building, literally scaled the building. Got out there. I took the papers, folded them up. The security was coming at me and everything. I act like I was an insurance guy looking for that person that we was going to look at their car. We was an insurance adjuster. We need to look at that car and figure it out. Not only did they escort me to the person that I was at or accompany to them, they unlocked all the security doors and everything, unlocked everything for the car and everything. When I went over there to the car, well, fuck, I had a set of keys. I had a set of keys. I drove that son of a bitch out, and everybody's like, "Wow, that's thief, 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 thief." They got in their security vehicles and shit, and they was following us out of the damn the building and everything, but they can't go past off the property, and I had to
Yeah.
speed out of there. And Jimbo fucking left me like literally for like 2 hours later. And then after about that, he thought I was going to jail. He didn't know what in the hell happened. There was police every fucking where. I said, call it in, call it in. He was so afraid he wouldn't even fucking call it in and let them know that we was repo people. Later on, I found out that the car wasn't even supposed to been fucking repoed. I'd fucking stole the son of a bitch. And it was crazy, like literally crazy. But then it did come back up on the papers that it was, and we had to transfer the papers over to another repo company. And we happened to get lucky, and we also had insurance that worked for that company, and that's the only fucking thing that got me out of that. I could have been put away for a long time after that. You know what he did? Hey, dog, I know I owe you $20. You know what? Hey, look, let me give you 50 back. Let me give you 50 back here Friday. Thelma's got some stuff she got to get for kids. I cared
Uh,
about the kids. I cared about the kids and them eating, and I know they didn't have anything. So I pretty much just left myself open. I could have been put in fucking prison. I could have been anything could have happened. Anything could have happened there. That's just one of the instances. When the man pulled the gun in front of Jimbo and he fucking getting ready to shoot Jimbo right between the fucking eyes, I was there. I got in between that motherfucker and that gun. And I told that guy, it scared the fuck out of both of them. They didn't know what in the hell doing. They've never been had a guy just stand in front of him with a fucking gun in his face. Fucking, I literally took the fucking gun away from the dude that fucking fully loaded just to save Jimbo's wretched motherfucking ass. How do you think I feel about that now? If I knew what I knew now, you think I would have jumped in front of the son of a bitch and took the gun away from a dude? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But that's the kind of heart I got. When we was in Nibrock, you know what Nibrock is? It's that big festival they do in Corbin. I took a knife away from a guy who was swinging it at a baby and its mommy. No, there was 30 some fucking men standing there, and nobody was going to do a goddamn thing to do anything with them. And I stood in. The police was dealing with something on the other side. I not only took the fucking knife away from him, I subdued the guy until the fucking police cut through the crowd. And that's why I'm on Facebook and they're saying, Ernie took a knife away from this guy, and I'm sitting in front of this fucking police cruiser getting questioned and shit. That's the shit. That's how I am. That's
I've
how
been
I
in,
am when it comes to others.
and I still wear the burn marks and shit from the slide and
But
all
now have I
kinds
done beating shit to people? Yes, I have.
of, you know. I just feel
And I
like
don't
Jim.
claim to be everything. I don't. I just want to be normal. I
I
want
feel
to
like
do what I need to do and live my life.
I could understand that. Obviously. Um, one day normality returning here would be wonderful. I don't think it ever will be because of what tragedy pimps have done, how they've destroyed, and how people have targeted all, all the
Hey, Andy,
book.
what's up? Andy's in here.
But yeah, he can say I don't care. But anyway, the thing is, Ernie, um, I think Jimbo is very much in Kentucky, and as old as he is, I think in the area y'all were in, I think he's very much at least smart enough for the area to be looked at as very intelligent by some dumber motherfuckers, and to get them up to the fuck shit while he stays safe, and he's too pussy to take any of the hits for it, and he's just smart enough, just wily enough to get all the dumb motherfuckers he's got up to fuck shit, and he's actually responsible for setting up as he collects, gains off of it, robs, pillages, does whatever too. He's just a dumb motherfucker, but he's a little bit wilder in the area, and I mean, yeah, I mean that's just he's what passes as a dumb motherfucker's poor dumb motherfucker's version of an intellectual man. He gets other people's whatever up fuck shit, and then he's smart enough to flip shit on him just enough to we'll be like, no, I didn't do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
And,
exactly what you mean.
and you know.
Jimbo sets it up, but he has other people do it for him. That way his hands are clean, always.
Yeah. And I do think that even prosecutors in your brother's trial knew that. I think that's why they were questioning Jimbo the way they did.
Here's the thing.
Do you not agree?
I do agree.
Do
Here's the
you
thing.
feel
Jimbo
you
tells everybody. Listen, Jimbo tells everybody that night that Shelby got turned in. Jimbo tells everybody. I was in there talking to the sheriff's office for 4 hours. I wouldn't. I was in there for about 35 minutes. That son of a bitch is the one that was in there for 3 or 4 hours. I don't know what he said. I have no idea what he said. I don't. I still to this day don't have no idea what he said. But when I got out of there, Jimbo was like, "Man, you've been in there for 4." I was like, "No, I wasn't. I timed it. I was in there for 38 minutes. You was in there for 4 fucking hours." So I don't know what happened. I don't know what deal he made. I don't know anything about that. All I know is the sheriff that worked that case ended up being dirty, and they couldn't use his testimonies and shit. So there you go.
well, also, what do you think? What do you think about that Frank situation up in Kentucky a while back and all that? You can clearly see Jimbo and Frank both manipulating both of their children. I feel like that whole thing was
Well,
fake as Ernie. So,
no. What happened is, and Jimbo's been involved in that shit before. He took
man,
that girl. They took
tell
that
you,
girl. They took that girl. They took that girl and kept her because that's why she showed up on her 18th birthday. That's what I heard. I know how Jimbo works. I know how Jimbo does.
she's okay. Has anybody heard from her since she turned 18 in December?
No,
Because
nobody's heard nothing. I don't know nothing about it. Jimbo, listen. Jimbo trains his fucking kids to act just like him to get his way.
man,
They've
I
lived
watched
through it.
his own son, and I think Frank manipulated and all this shit. Those kids didn't even realize what their parents were doing, and I think it was reward shit. I think it was a YouTube tragedy pimp thing. I think it was terrible misuse of law enforcement. I think the car was shut up on purpose, and obviously, Jimbo tried to pull another insurance or fraud shit over here with that. Plus, had some old lady over here on YouTube leaving him fucking money in her wheel, and it drained her for 20K while Nick pretended she had no part of that. Bullshit. I'm so tired of all of it, Ernie.
Well, I don't know how their factions work and what they're a part of and who they're a part of. I
You
did
don't.
see. I do understand what you're saying, but let me say this: with that shit, what makes me mad about it is, do I think they know about it or they knew about it? Yeah, I think every one of them knew about it. That's all I'm
Yeah,
going to say. That's all I
I
know.
say yes. Very much so.
Jimbo didn't put it out there. Jimbo
And
didn't want it put out there because he knew I'd grab a hold of it. He said that. He said, I
Pre-planned.
didn't want it out there because I knew he would grab a hold of it.
I mean, look, I think it was all pre-planned. I watched both of them sort of manipulate their kids where they felt that way, and I think they thought, "Oh, we'll do a fake vanishing, we get to do all this shit," and I think that's why law enforcement. Man, but I just feel like all of them did that, and then when you combine that with the money woes and everything, of Frank and them, and then the drug dealing, and all the shit, both of them being, I just, no. With Flynn's, I think more to the everything coming out on Jimbo, it's finally starting to, Jimbo doesn't look like a poor little innocent party, But I think
Again, I
that,
mean,
um,
it's crazy. I don't know anything about the Summer Wells stuff, to be honest with you. I was drug in it. Only thing I got to study, I still to this day never went back and looked at anything. When Don Wells personally told me that they had to come up with a timeline. They had 8 or 9 different timelines. That's when I said it's going to be a fuck up. Simple.
how early on was that, Ernie?
I mean, that's when I first started talking with Don. So I don't know. I mean, it's just right there. I mean, it was
I don't
fucking
know when you
two
first started
months
talking.
after, about 2 months after, 2 3 months after, I think.
Damn. I mean, dude, they were feeding out our shit to PG and Squall in within days of Summer vanishing. And trying to use great Candace recorded within like 24 hours talking about the scream, the people, it and being recorded, crazy crime chick. And then she gets online and be like, Jody Sue made that shit up months later just to be part of some bullshit, dude. They used it when
Listen,
it was fucking
Candace,
narrative and
Candace told me so much different fuck shit to try to throw me off and shit. I don't even want to believe anything anymore about it. I don't care because it ain't going to do no good, dude. Because what's happened, and if it
they were
if it did,
everybody from second one till now. They were fucking with everybody. I caught Candace with phones in her pocket, with I guess YouTubers or somebody on there. They're building scripts, writing scripts, Squall and PG have to do with that, and it's still one they're doing. McDonough helped in that by making Andy afraid, and it was always supposed to let Allie. And Hunter also played in it for money or otherwise. Hunter's given a wink nod that McDonough paid, but it followed Squall and PG script and Candace and Don's script of a big bad hillbilly sicko druggy blah blah blah. And I know Hunter knew the real drug dealers. Okay, Andy ain't it. Andy ain't motherfucking it. Even Fred, I mean, he was it, but not it. Hunter should have been naming a whole bunch of others. Why did he name Andy? Why did McDonough allow it? Because, well, McDonough sucks anyway. But McDonough has destroyed everybody's everything. McDonough's a piece of shit. I like McDonough even less than I like you, Arnie. That's just, but this script that's been written, this money that's been made, Candace don't play. It's a whole fuck fest, and it should have never existed. Everybody should have been locked in the Beach Creek, every goddamn device taken, everybody wearing a wire, fucking cameras put up, law enforcement locking
well,
everybody the fuck in, hammering everybody and grilling the shit out of them, and fuck all the bullshit and the chaos and the mud and jello, because that's what everything's hidden behind. It ain't that everybody's such
my
liars.
question, my
Them
question is this.
chaos and jello and mud to confuse everything.
My
It's
question is this right
fucking
here. When
serious.
they was questioned by the FBI, was Don and Candace separated?
What do you mean?
They was never taken into an interrogation room, was they?
I don't, Ernie, I honestly don't know. I know that the first night, supposedly, she was yelled and screamed at, thrown into the car, taken out for the polygraph, couldn't take it. Dawn was running around everywhere that first evening. I mean, just everywhere. So he was coming and going freely, but I'm assuming both were obviously face to face with feds and law enforcement and such. It was local, and then local surrounding agencies, then state troopers, then TBI, and then FBI that came in. TBI and all them entered the scene around midnight. The alerts changed, all that, but I, you know, I don't know. I know cops were there 24/7. They literally stayed there and camped out there at the house and up on the hill at the first 2 days around the clock. And then we obviously had the tent up at the end of the road that kept everybody out, and road checks for a couple weeks to where you couldn't get in unless you lived there or were invited in, and the person come down to the blue tent to meet you and bring you in. There were roadblocks the first night, despite Publix, and even Candace told me there was no roadblocks. Bullshit, But that I don't know what the fuck they're like, it's all horseshit, man. If like they proclaim that they came here to help Summer and to get word out about it, then why is it the first things that I could later piece together what they're pumping out was bullshit? Why did they come here and lie to the public and act like, all this? Why were they lying? That's the opposite of helping Summer. And to say they were ignorant of YouTube or true crime, when damn good and well they weren't, because of Rose's case and because of the attention just like a year and a half before it got put on Rose's. They're well aware of true crime and probably this realm and how it could be used to further cause chaos and mud and jello. Just saying, those are my assumptions. But you know what there's about assumptions and being an ass. And
Yeah.
and y'all, they ain't no need to be attacking Monster in here. He's fucking woman and child abuse, etc. The law hold him accountable for that, but there ain't no need to be eating him otherwise. He also did not do anything to Summer or have anything to do with her missing. His own team, he doesn't realize they are actually grooming him to eat him with this script. They're going to keep him safe first. They're going to annihilate him. He has no idea what's happening, and they're keeping him whatever cash payment. They're fucking him up and he don't even realize it. Or maybe he does, but he's got himself wound up in a bunch of criminal shit with him, like tamper of courts and everything, like Little and I, and lying to everybody, and all things that's separate. But please don't be attacking him. Nobody wants to set him off for anything to happen domestic wise because he's angry and can't fucking compute emotions correctly. All right. So,
Yeah. Again, I just wish it was over with.
I desperately do not want them to be able to pave any more pathways, which is what his own crew's doing to him. He's just an idiot, can't see it. They're paving a pathway to do some really bad shit to him. And he's so oblivious he can't see it. And I do not want that to happen so that truth, fact, and everything else can shine instead of bullshit narratives and cash grabs around Summer anymore. And if he wants to play with them and play in it, he wants to do it for cash for him and his dope horse, so be it. But I don't want it, and I want true justice, facts, and the slimming down of bullshit in Summer's case online, and less fuckery around law enforcement. And I want Summer's light to shine, not tragedy pimps and their bullshittery, and not monsters lifted up and upheld and that type of thing too. You know what I mean? Like, please, all I'm saying is just don't help the narrative around Monster and what they're all doing, because it matters, okay? And he can mean it, and I just let him do what he wants to do, but he'll learn. He'll learn. He ain't done nothing, and he doesn't understand the only reason he was ever acquired was to use to silence or discredit the kids and I as witnesses, because Candace and I want it so, YouTube wanted it so, they wanted away from the graphics. He has no idea what happened in that road. Period. Really, he was too busy banging whores. He was rarely in there, even after summer vanished. He was too busy pretending to be the good guy. And I get the groceries and I do whatever. But he was actually banging a whore. Didn't come in till late every night. He went to bed. Beat me a little in between. Left in for work, ran some Pete, and then eventually, we were left in there alone for months, and he has no idea what took place. Conversation, nothing was in his purview. All he ever did was use Summer to abuse us further, or to put out narratives, and he was acquired by these people to try to discredit us as witnesses and everything else, and he doesn't understand that was at C&D and squalling everybody else's past. He doesn't care if that was the case. I do it anyway because he gets to abuse us through this realm for money. And that makes him happy. He gets to not look like what he does, though he's very proud of it through all the decades here. He'd openly brag about it to coworkers, beat me in public, do all the things. In front of his parents, broad goddamn daylight at roads, right in front of cops. He ain't give a shit. But online, he don't want to look like that, like he did anything wrong to the kids and I, and put hands on all of us. And people can excuse the beating of me, but I'd still love an explanation for how you say the kids deserve it or something. They can be like Amber and Johnny all they want, but you can't excuse that he's known and admitted, and there's proof that he laid hands on and abused their children too, and I guess they all deserved it too, right? But he can't figure out that the only reason he was acquired and gotten was to torment the shit out of Ryan the kids further. He's helped in that. He didn't want to be held accountable. Orders in place like 3 years, so he played with all of them to do whatever in courts here. And I find it
Right.
he never once thought about Summer before self and what these people are getting up to by using him for all that, and back up with all their setup shit, and their stalking shit and all the shit, and he'd get on. I mean, Ernie, it's so gross what he's done, but he didn't have shit to do with Summer vanishing. He also was not going and giving drugs to children to sedate them, So and that's his own crew that made that fucking narrative. I used a big girl word, but it was more of a, hey, you sold lead to at least that to Candace and Dawn, what they got up to it with, and people took it and ran with it, including Jason, his old little team, and made like I was back. I'm like, man, fuck off that. It was all set up shit. It was all to keep him riled up where he'd be more than accessing, especially it's been a gross ride. He can't seem to figure out still that his main purpose here is to destroy these children.
Have you got me on Facebook?
No, Ernie.
If you want to talk sometime, anytime, just hit me up message. I'm going to be in Kingsport here pretty soon anyways. I've got something I got to do over there. Maybe we'll meet up and you can get me some biscuits and gravy and sweet tea.
Oh, I can get it. Bitch, I look like your mama.
I mean, you had to buy me. I mean, you told me you want me to come out and get something to eat. You said biscuit gravy. I'm all in.
Bitch, I ain't paying for your biscuits and gravy. What I look like when you're
Well, I tell you what, sweet tea. We'll do sweet tea, and I'll be.
Jack, come on now, bro.
I'll get my own biscuits and gravy.
And look, I don't get paid like that. I can't afford your biscuits and gravy, man.
It's just $3 or $4 or $5 or $6.
Yeah. I ain't got that to spare these days. It's bills and little.
Right. Well, I'm telling you. Hold on one second. Let me see what I got here. Hold on one second. Oh.
But anyway, and that's not, y'all don't even think that's a thing. I'm just saying, I ain't buying you biscuits and gravy, bitch. You can have your tea and biscuits and gravy, though. But yeah, I mean, what do you think they're doing with you, Ernie? And why are they making it about Summer again?
They know that I'm getting ready to do all this big media stuff and this new stuff with Tiger Ops, and it's going to be huge, and they're going to use that. That's all I know.
That's not true. So why are they doing it? Can you do Summer a favor and not play with them anymore, though, Ernie, where it concerns Summer? Just, I can't agree with any of what you're doing online, okay? But,
Look, I'm not fooling with it. Okay, I'm not fooling with the Summer Wells thing. I've got so many people that's asked me to go back to it, but I'm not. I got things to do. I got things to do that
they're making
it's not the time.
earning with you, and they're doing the room rotation with you again for all of them to cash grab on, and they're all hashtagging Summer's name in it, and they're making it about that. And now here's Lisa K laying in paperwork for Ernie's responsible. You know damn good and well you ain't. Right? Where were you on June 15th of 21, Ernie?
I mean, I was in Newport there for most of the day.
Let's see, Lisa's overnight. Last words I heard her saying before I checked out was, "I've got proof he was right there and there," and whatever. But I've heard her say a lot of shit that ain't true, and she giggles and acts like she's accurate. I'm sitting there rolling my fucking eyes through years. She thinks she knows it all, though. Hell, even I don't think I know it all, That bitch thinks she knows everything but everything. It's fucking hilarious.
Again, I don't know about it. Like I said, I never did look at it. I just
Mm.
drug into it and I did what I could do, and that's all I know what to do. I was attacked, and I've been attacked since then, and I just don't even care anymore about it. I don't even care anymore about it because it ain't got nothing to do with me,
Why do
and
you
I don't
think
want nothing to do.
it up in a community that's hated and despised her for so long and shuts her out? Why do you think she's being lifted up and now getting a few more views than two since Nana and Jenny and Adrian and Andy and Ryan and all them started going over after Lisa tried to acquire me, and I was like, "Fuck you, bitch." And I wouldn't go over there. But why do you think that is, Ernie? And like at 350 views tonight, you think that's natural for Lisa K? Bitch, I had 350 watch her ever in her whole life. Come
Well,
on, man.
it's just they're trying to catch me in on stuff, and they're never going to do it. They're never going to catch me. I haven't done anything, so it is what it is. I mean, I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. They were trying to bring up dead bones, and I'm not doing that. I'm not into that.
We're bringing up what? Bones for what?
Just dead bones. It's a term that people use when you're digging up shit, and I'm not into that.
Oh, okay. They were digging up bones. See, if you said it that way, is there a difference in between the Kentucky slang and the East Tennessee slang? We made that far
I
away.
just call it dead bones. That's what it is. It's just bring up shit. I'm not into it.
Digging up bones. There's a song. Do you remember that song? Who
Digging
was it?
up bones, yeah. Just digging up bones, yeah. I know the song.
Who was it that sang that? That's gonna annoy the piss out of me.
That's George Jones, ain't it, or something? I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know.
I
There
don't
was,
know.
I think in the '90s. Was it?
I'm sitting alone digging up bones. Yeah,
Yeah. Who the hell was
that's the
that?
song. I mean, I don't know. Don't get me started in that shit. Randy Travis.
Yeah. But was there original before? And I love Randy Travis, and I hated when he lost his little stroke, but he's gotten it back. Oh, he
Well,
got
Randy's into trouble now. Randy's got what is
what?
it? Randy's got guys. Randy can't function hardly now. He had a
No, he
stroke.
got
Yeah.
his voice back, and
No,
I'm
he's
so
not. No, he's not. He's not back at all. Randy's done.
yeah. Stroke lost his voice, but his voice has come back with help, and he's been singing. I
Yeah,
mean, not
yeah.
church, I don't think, but he's been singing again. I shared a few of those
Yeah, he can
online.
yeah, exactly. That's what Ryan said just now. He can barely function. He can barely do anything anymore.
Well, he's older. He's had a stroke. I mean,
Well, I understand that.
for that, he's doing pretty good. Don't you think he's still alive? He's singing. He's still talented.
Hey, Wonder Woman, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Thank you. Good night.
But I mean, they've got to be up to something, Ernie. What are they up to?
Well, it's just like when I went in that chat before it even started, there was 270 members waiting. 270 people waiting. I told my chat when it was 160, I said to the Tiger chat, I said, there's something going on here. There's too many people over here right now. I was looking at it when it was 40 people waiting. Then it went to 65 people. Then it went to 150. And then I was like, 265 or 270 is what I seen. And then she ends up having like way over 300 tonight, way over 300. I'm thinking to myself, these questions, it's just like, and there's nothing to do with these questions. I just don't understand it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Could I address
But
something in your chat, Ernie?
you
Please.
can do whatever.
The Karina, Karen A, I don't know, she's well known troll of mine, fucking puts out all kinds of bullshit everywhere across the tubes as a pebble. Once again, and I mean, you should probably like watch from the bushes more often, but Candace never ever asked me to change my timeline around the screen. That's bullshit from YouTube creators and narrative shit. Candace asked me to change my story about Dawn and Summer in the shower. And that was around Dr. Phil, time and her hint wink nodding at money and eyes and views and all that. And I played it off. I knew clearly what she meant and what she was asking me, and I played it off like, oh girl, your teeth, huh? And I fucking avoided the shit, played stupid. But yeah, I'm telling the absolute truth around Dawn in the
What do you mean?
shower.
What do you mean? What do you mean in the shower? What are you talking about?
Last time, that I could recall, because it's like seeing Summer a night or two before she vanished, right? And
Right.
she was in the shower at dawn. She came to the door. She wanted a towel. She was naked. But then I also think, like, maybe the day before on the 14th, I seen her and the boys down there. At the road, Candace was talking to me about Dobbs and all that stuff too, and they were probably, I don't know, but either way, one of the last times I seen Summer was Dawn and her. They just got out of the shower, and she came to the door. She was raising hell for a towel. Candace was like, "Hold the fuck on, la la," right? And either way, Candace wanted me to change that, and I don't know why, because it was after I was like, "Man, the world's eating me alive over there on YouTube," right? After Candace and Don were displeased with that.
So wait a minute, wait a minute. So Candace wanted you to change the story about what you said about Summer coming naked to your place and getting a towel, right?
Not my place.
Oh, okay. Whatever you said. What I misunderstood. That's what I'm trying to get at.
We had went up there on top of the hill at 110, right?
Okay.
And we were sitting there in the car, weren't there very long, and Summer came to the door and all that wanting a towel. So all that happened at one. And Candace tried to tell her to hold on a couple times, but Summer wasn't having it, and she was beating her. She's like, "I want a towel," And then she come outside. Candace picked her up and whatever. After she had gotten dried off, she went in there and got her a towel after a minute or two, and then Summer come out barefooted and then whatnot. And anyway, sorry, there was somebody over here at the stop sign doing bullshit again.
Mhm.
But it, Candace picked her up. She's on her hip, whatever, and finished talking to her. Wasn't long and went on back home, But anyway, yeah, I mean, Candace, for some reason, around the Dr. Phil thing coming out and all that, she wanted me. It was important to her for some reason to be like, "Oh, you did." I was like, "Oh, she's a fuck shit," and I wasn't down with that. She wasn't gonna vague hint at me that I need to change that, and I couldn't figure out why it mattered because if she
Well,
hadn't,
hold on a second. So this is the first time I heard. Okay, so she wanted you to change up the part about what? What did she wanted you to say?
she was trying to mind fuck me. Oh, you didn't see that. You didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Ernie. You'd have to go back to some of the first things. That's what
But here's the thing. Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me just be straight up with you.
it was. I can't wink at you.
And
Retract or not say or do whatever around
right,
that.
right. Well, I know what you're talking about when you do that. But listen, we
And it's like, you remember when she was on with you and she played that. You were like, "Oh, you didn't know Dawn said this about," and she's like, "No," because see, even I didn't know that had taken place on it because we weren't around here. we weren't listening or aware of any of this shit, so I didn't know by that point True had said. I didn't know by that point Dawn had come out and admitted several times. First, he gave an excuse for it by saying they were sticky. Candace didn't bathe. The next time it's because the handle was broke on the shower, so he had to adjust it. I didn't know any of that.
Well, I
Right?
caught Don on that. I caught Don on that because he'd already said it, and I asked Candace about it. And when I asked
But
Candace about it, she's like, "Oh no, no, no."
I always wonder why it seemed to matter to him more that I said the same thing that others witnessing these same things said, but they never targeted True or them over it. They never, I mean, even Candace come up and pretend, that gagged shit with you going, no one ever heard this. Oh my God. Like why? Why is she lying? Because Dawn, and why did this place eat me alive when I said, why? When they didn't eat True for it. And about, it seems like a whole lot of us were witness or seeing the same thing, and it's common, between all of us. It was like, wait a minute, hold up, and so therefore it should be taken seriously. But why did it only seem to matter to Candace and Dawn when the neighbors said, as opposed to True saying or Dawn herself saying? And Candace wanted me to
Oh my
change
God,
it around
I've
money.
got. Oh my God, I've got so many messages on Messenger. This ain't usual for me. Like, yes, everybody's asking me questions. See, I didn't want to bring back in this. I didn't know that tonight would bring that shit back in it. Ernie, I have an off-topic question. Was Jimbo's basement, the one where he kept the popsicles? Was it a finished basement?
Karen A, she never, ever, ever asked me to change the time of the screen. Never, not once, and I didn't say that. And I goddamn
Uh,
double dog you to go find a clip where you say that I've said that. It doesn't exist because it never happened. You were a fucking liar and a propaganda pebble for these motherfucking YouTubers who put that bullshit out. Fuck
no,
you.
it was not a finished basement there. Pete the pack. No, it was not a finished basement.
Like
So here's
that.
the thing.
Else around summer shit and gets fucking law enforcement inundated with false tips and make people believe false shit around all of us. It's not fucking true, and you're responsible for it, Karen. You're part of the shit show. You are not helping. You are detrimental as fuck. You are a tragedy pimp pebble piece of shit. End of story. So anyway, carry on, honey.
Well, you know, again,
Messages.
I didn't know nobody's character. I didn't know nobody's character coming into it. I didn't know I'd finally get to talk to Dawn and how I get to talk to Dawn, but I got to talk to Dawn, and that changed my whole perspective over everything. I'll be honest with you. When I talked to Dawn, it was just like it fit the perfect profile. Just say that. I don't know how you feel about Dawn, Candace. Still this day, I know everybody's had split personalities with it.
Side of Don, I always knew he was obviously, well, we didn't meet him for the first. It was like they were in hiding or really fucking quiet the first years till the Peep and Tom shit started, right? And then
Right.
literally, like overnight, as soon as I almost brought the motherfucker down, they show up at the mailbox the next day. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And then after a bit, it seems like around the time attention must have been brought back on Rose, and they start coming out more. There's more noise. There's all this stuff happening and changing. But we didn't. I was not able to put these things together until after, right? But it's like even I thought it weird they introduced themselves the day after. Like I almost had hands on the fucking peeping Tom, while Monster was off banging more horrors wherever.
Right.
Anyway, so after that, show up at the mailbox. And I was like, what the fuck? The first time in all these years we've lived here and you've never done what? And Candace immediately was trying to get me to help her scam or contract. I was like, nah, girl, I'm atheist. I don't do the church shit. Well, will you at least come with me and help me get? Nah, I'm good. Right? And I was like, God, that's what I live to celebrate. But throughout all the year, once I finally met Dawn, I mean, obviously he was a fucking dope head. Obviously come to find out he's an abuser. And all that shit. And I always knew he was a monster. You know what I mean? I always knew something was fucking wrong as fuck with Candace too, obviously. But throughout the years, I mean, Dawn never would look me in the eye either, and monsters have a problem with that. Andy too, throughout all the years we were there, wouldn't look me in the fucking eye. They have a hard time looking me in the face. I think it's because I can see them and feel them just fine. Like their sins come through and they don't like that shit, you know? But Don never would look me in the face or the eye, and he always acted to me. I could always tell he was thinking. I remember early on in Summer Fest, I was like, man, all the years. But Don's one of those, like, throughout all the years, I knew he was more than just domestic violence. You know what I mean? And that type of shit. There's not many I can't pinpoint and be like, oh, they're just this or that, the other. You know, throughout the years, I was like, man, he's something else besides just that. I never could decide what this era, but I remember saying that to Ellie at a certain point, and them going, you want to know why? I'm like, why? And they're like, because that motherfucker's many types, and it makes sense. He's many types of monsters in one, and I can't disagree. He's just so many things that, you know. But yeah. And so I don't think Don's a good dude. I think religion bullshit's just that. I don't care what they've cleaned themselves up to be now publicly, or what YouTube's helped them clean themselves up, or them and Andy's team, have cleaned all of them up to be. It matters on what they were then and what they still are, but hidden now and cloaked with all the bullshit. It matters what they were then when Summer vanished. It matters what they are behind the cloaking. It matters what they've been their whole lives, and they're too old to change. They will always be them. That's what they are. That's what they're capable of. That's what they will forever be. You know? Monsters, spots, leopards, right, Ernie? Predators don't change much. Wouldn't you agree, Ernie? Did you fall asleep? Do you have your clothes on? He muted himself, kicked his own ass. We don't know. Ernie, you gotta stop. Are you back there, handy dandy notebook messages from other creators? Are we on the just let her talk shit? Pebble dropping so other creators like PG get things triggered and answers had so they can clip it for me tonight, Ernie. Don't be part of the problem, Ernie. Be part of the solution. Y'all, who vanished, Ernie? Sharon. Yeah, Dawn did take me to town. Ants.
Mm-hmm.
I lived with a monster. I've been around worse than any of these motherfuckers throughout my life. Was I supposed to be fucking terrified or something? I'm a big girl, Sharon. I can take care of myself, and I've done so with murderers, monsters of all varieties, and I'm very confident in my abilities to fuck up a motherfucker if they fuck with me. So, I'm sorry that looks strange to you all, and y'all live from Karen aspects, and you wouldn't get in a car with and all this other shit. The biggest danger to me that night that Dawn took me out to get the things I needed, was Dawn and his goddamn driving, because he was so infatuated with self and his interview with Chasing and Cher as they pumped out bullshit misinformation on the red truck that Narcissus about killed us in the car. that was the biggest danger to me from Don. Don's a punk ass little bitch too. He's only good for beating on women and children. And well, I don't know. He did beat the shit out of a few men, so I'll give him ball points for that. At least he did randomly beat on men. Fight them unlike other monsters. So I don't know. He runs the gamut, but I'm very confident in my abilities to take care of self, and I've been taught to do so. So I'm sorry, all of you. Like, oh, why'd you get in with the car and you thought he was a monster? Well, I live beside him. Still had to be living beside him. And so what the fuck didn't matter? What's he gonna do? Come in while FBI and Shirley police and everybody else knew clearly we were probably in the car with one another and traveling together and probably lying this whole time and eyes on our devices. And what was he gonna do? Banish me? I don't think. It's like Ernie here. Ernie's dangerous.
Honestly,
Car with Ernie, I'd go.
what's
And
that?
then, you know what I mean? Like, what's he gonna fucking do?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's like hold on a second. I'm sitting here 1 minute. Let me see what this is. Are you a black? Well, what are they asking you about that for? A black belt, martial arts, or something? I don't know. I don't know about that.
all the sec Karens the same everybody has to be like, oh, ninja to protect themselves or something. Let them kick them in the balls. That's my first class. All they want. We got the Appalachian shit. They can do their cold sack. I'll take the taser class and pepper spraying guns. I don't. Look, ladies, pro tip, that shit'll get you killed and turn around and used against you before anything else. But like the time it takes to look, bro, no. All right. You know? Um,
I've got it, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Protect yourselves any way you can, but
Huh.
it's more likely to be turned around and used on you.
Right. I know it.
That's like
It's okay.
but anyway, yeah, I don't know. They all think everybody's gonna be all like ninja to protect themselves or something. I don't know.
I understand that. I'm telling you, it's been we both look. Everybody has been put through the ringer over this. I mean, really. I mean, I'm just done with it.
Narratives. Is Jody Sue inebriated or intoxicated? No, it's called cancer and disabilities and surgeries. It's the only and last time I explain it. Love your trigger and pebbles propaganda. See, why can't we ever have a calm conversation with that bullshit? It's best not to look at chat. It's never good to look at chat. They all be doing fuck shit, Ernie.
I mean, people are going to believe what they believe. I mean, the fact of the
And
matter is, we're
bullshit.
just characters. We're just characters. We're in it. We just happen to be at the wrong place, the wrong time, and where we
People,
lived at. And
real community that all the characters have inserted and acquired, create the content off of, destroy these cases off of, do all the fuck shit off of. We are real people with real feelings who have real lives that are really have propaganda just put out about us nonstop that puts us in danger, tries to discredit us, tries to destroy these cases so people can make millions off of it. And so this realm can. We are not the characters, you all are the characters. Yeah, we may be all fucked up, weirdo, whatever, but so are all y'all online. But we are not the inserters. You people are the inserters. You people are the chaos. You people take everything we say and make it a fucking thing and leak dot content for 4 years, inundate law enforcement, overwhelm. You twist everything we say, do all the fuck shit, and then they're just the massively stupid and ignorant who don't have the comprehension, logic, skills, or they want to be like, ooh, that's sus at everything we say, instead of, just listen, man. And they want everything to be a thing. They're geared up for conspiracy shit or goofy shit or team sport and tribalism shit, treating these cases and real lives, real victims or families, survivors, fighters, law enforcement as entertainment than is very sensitive situations and very serious ones, and if they cared about them, they wouldn't do what they do and help these characters online insert in these cases, especially high profile ones, and destroy them while they hashtag all of our names. and pick and choose and attack witnesses and neighbors and this, in each fucking case for years now. They wouldn't do that. That's not entertainment. This isn't a character. This isn't a fucking show, though YouTube makes it one. These are real life things that are really terrible, that are really happening in real communities to real people. There are real people y'all are destroying as characters for millions of dollars, millions of millions, that is actually backing and fronting and being cleansed by real criminal organizations throughout the world and floating around that actually have to do with sex trafficking, drug trafficking, the major shit. It's not cool, Ernie. And then you got people just eating and feeding on it. Like, that's not real. And like, it's really not happening. It sucks, Ernie. Sucks. But anyway, it is until it changes, right?
Right. Until
But
something next big thing comes along.
and I just, I'd ask of you tonight that you not playing their game. I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. They're gonna platform. Everybody's gonna laugh. They're gonna do the whole Ernie thing, shenanigans to run the room, and the cash movements again, marionettes, puppets, whatever. Y'all are gonna do you regardless. Okay, but please don't allow them to create the false narrative shit or pave the way for the Ernie took summer, Ernie this, Ernie that again. Okay, while y'all do whatever you
I
do,
understand.
people here online, please make it about something fucking else. Please make another storyline. Do something that's outside of that. Please. I'm begging for Summer's sake. And law enforcement, man, these men and women have worked super hard for super longer than they should have. A lot because of these characters, and including all of our dumbasses, too. These men and women go to bed with nightmares and they hold this stuff in their hearts and minds. They are working Summer's case. They do care about her. They do not virtue signal on her. They don't get paid enough. Their lives are changed. They take these things home. They go to sleep and they wake up with her on their mind. They burn themselves to ashes. They work so hard for her, Ernie, and they do care about her in a real human way. She's not a thing, an object to them. They're not virtues. They are trying to find true justice and truth and facts for her. And I just want chaos to stop and the false narratives and the fucking with people around her case. And if, and all the people around her, like Fred and Monster, I just want them to stop for once. Tell the truth, fine, but the truth. Stop being used to target when I put out everybody's like dead guy and a horse. Stop helping this team that was originally or still is Candace and Dawn's, who pumped out all the bullshit and directed everybody else while they're all afraid they're going to get home. Stop helping them. Please. Help law enforcement in summer, man. Have your opinions. Do what you will. Don't like half of us if you don't, man. But please, Ernie, don't let them do this anymore. Summer with you in connection with it. Don't let Lisa K's run that narrative shit. Don't be hanging out anymore. Like, if it's going to be about the summer, please. That's all I'm asking, man. These men and women, they work too hard for summer. And they've worked too overly long because of all this character shit. Because of mud and jello pumped out from Ben Hill from second one. Bullshit. And why Fred and all them like that have played in it to help further the chaos and stuff when they know summer. And that disgusts me so much. They've done it on part to put all this bullshit in it and falsely name others that I can't believe some of the names Fred's put out or those he's targeted through all these creators and panels and shit and hurt and wounded and people he's known his whole life that he's destroyed for no reason other than to have content for his fucking fake wife and everybody over, man, to hurt his own community like that, but also Summer, who he knew. That ain't funny. It ain't a fucking game, man. How do you do that? mind-boggling to me, and it breaks my heart. So many have played in it. Sharon Andy was not on the road on the 15th. Proof, fact, I'm telling you. Fred was, though.
You see, I didn't ever really, like I said, I was drug into it, and I never even looked into the beginning of it. I never had time to look into it. It was all I was hit with this, I was hit with that. Candace did tell me a lot of things, and I've let it go a couple times, but there's a lot of things out there that just don't make sense.
Yeah, and they never have, Ernie. But in that, they do make perfect sense. Like a whole bunch of people are hiding behind chaos. Mud and Jello is a strategy, whether it be out of fear-based, just looking guilty, or whether being guilty. I can't say. It's not for me to determine. Until law enforcement says, we all wait. So, but I think it's been a strategy, no matter for what reason. Chaos and Mud, shit.
But anyway, I just don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I would hope and pray that there are a better conclusion and they leave people alone. But I don't know. They're not going to leave us alone until it's over, until something happens, and then it's going to be started right back up again. And I
Yeah,
just don't know. I don't know.
oh yeah, of course it will, Arnie. When something happens, everything's gonna explode like fucking fireworks, and it'll all just restart. And then they'll make millions more on it, and decimate us all some more, and false narratives this, and whatever that. And then even after conviction or convictions, then they'll tamper with court shit, and they'll do what Lisa's doing, and they'll find Reed, and everything. They'll tamper with the court case. They'll try to get shit overturned. They'll try to get miscarriages of justice. And it's like that's the reason, like, they acquired Andy. He's too stupid to get it. It's to hopefully keep, anybody that might be or might hold witness shit that might matter. It's to annihilate them, and Andy was always too stupid to get it or to care enough to not play in it. But that's the reason they want to do shit like that in each of these cases. They're learning that they can attempt to destroy, intimidate, go real life on witnesses. Those were in cases. Try to discredit, taint jury pools, fuck with law enforcement courts, etc. And they know that. I mean, the goal now, like it seems it used to be in these cases, that they would just run them as long as they naturally lasted and occurred, right before they were closed or whatever, right? Now they've learned that if they destroy them, that it pays for longer, and this and the other. And if they can do the court shit, and they can do it, it's just paying and paying and paying and paying. And they don't care if women or children are found or justice served. They don't care if they keep justice from happening. They don't give a shit, while they all make these people believe that's what they're for, or these missing or murdered women or children or others. And none of them are about that. They're about the millions and the needful things, and people acting like this is fame or whatever the hell people want from out of this realm. That's what it's about to each one that does it. But when you have investment teams, those are bullshit wound up in these cases, especially the high profile ones. I mean, like, Ernie, it's a whole criminal ass organization, and you know it, and I know it. You know? That's what you play with is, obviously. You know? It's all a thing. But it's sad that it involves these already terrible situations and all this shit. I don't understand. I'll never understand how this exists around real crimes and cases where enough pain and horror exists. Why people need more soap opera drama, but it exists. And people are using it for extreme profit and money movements and hiding real extreme crime shit. There goes Karen A with the drop of the t-shirt. No. Wrong answer. Karen with propaganda peddle. When trying to sell it, told them to auction it off while they were all auctioning shit off. And all the proceeds were to go to Summer's Rewards Fund. I don't want to back it up with propaganda bullshit. So. Ernie, you ever get tired of it around here?
I do.
Do you ever get tired of being a character, Ernie?
I hate being characters, period.
Don't you just sometimes want to be the real you?
Pretty much, yep.
You ever get tired of being used by this realm or having to be here to make a living or anything, Ernie? Don't you get awful tired of it? Has to be exhausting, doesn't it, Ernie?
Very exhausting.
Don't you wish people online just liked you enough to like you and follow you and listen to whatever it is you have to say or whatever it is, instead of all the shenanigans, Ernie?
I mean, I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. When it comes to summer wells, you know, I never had a chance to officially pretty much meet Summer. Never did get to see Summer. However, a lot of people that talk and some of the things she went through, I don't know exactly what's real, what's not. I was not there, so that's another thing, people.
Mm. All I can tell you, Ernie, is she's Summer, and this place has made her a flat image. People have attributed whatever they want to and projected whatever they wanted to on her. They virtue signaled, they made her a hashtag.
Again, I'm just, I'm done with it. I don't want to have to come back and have to face all that again because it's just degrading, and I've got bigger and better things to do now. I wish I could have been more of something else, but as for that case, I mean,
Well, you don't care, please. Wherever you're going to do whatever you're doing with this group as y'all circle and do all the things, please don't let them carry on or continue the narrative around Summer with you. Y'all do you in different soap operas. Y'all do the character stuff and do whatever it is to people out here, okay? I'm not okay with that, but y'all are gonna do you until change comes. But please don't allow that bullshit with Summer around you again. Shut it down. Don't participate with it, okay? Please, I'm begging. Summer matters, and she matters a great deal to the men and women who are working her case. Please, y'all don't make it any harder on them and let Summer's light shine and the facts and the slowdown, all that happens so that justice can be served. Please. No more shenanigans. All right. No more propaganda. No more narratives. No paving bullshit. No more team sports and tribalism. No more. No more. Not, and it's being done in Sebastian's too. And I just, there shouldn't be teams and sports and investors and horse shit and chaos and soap operas around these cases. Y'all care about these kids, man. Stop all that. But summer especially. Well beyond time, and it should have never existed to begin with. It should have never been done. And just let the light shine, man.
Thanks,
Outside.
DJ. I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, guys. Look, I'm tired. I mean, I've been going on here I've probably been on here 5.5 hours today. I'm just trying to get my own shit together and do what I need to do. I don't know what the rumors are. I know a little bit about you, not much. Again, to do anything, you have to know a lot about somebody. And of course, it is what it is.
I don't know. Maybe one day you'll
Maybe.
free of the character. It's my hopes for you, Ernie.
Actually, I'm doing good right now. I'm doing good. I'm gonna be teaching the state of Kentucky on stuff. That's my goals. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. I'll be able to start my own deal, have my own curriculum. It'll be accredited, and that's what I want. So that's good. Not only do I get paid to do it, I'll have what I need in
You
order to
know,
go through the next.
I hate that somewhere in your life you didn't get to necessarily live the dreams and achieve what you necessarily wanted. And you can tell that was an urge or want maybe be LE or this area, whatever, something to help you. I don't know. I hope one day you get to stop being a character and find your dreams. And you get offline. And no more of this lifestyle or character.
No, for a fact. I'm doing everything I need to do the right way, but I do appreciate you. Thank you for coming up, Jody Sue. Thank you. I don't know what's going to happen here in the next few days. I hope it just dies out and be done with it. But again, I just don't want to. I don't want to be a character.
I don't want you to be one either anymore, Ernie. I wish you freedom in your dreams. And a word of advice, reach out to your probation officer. They have programs and things, higher education. They have certain things while you're on probation. I'm sure you're aware of it.
I've already done that. That's what they got me tangled up in the state right now. I was in Frankfurt pushing an act that Andy Bashir, the governor, just come on today and was talking about it. And I was just there just 4 or 5 days ago talking about the same shit. And then all of a sudden we're in a meeting and then it's there. So I love it. So I think it's going to go good.
Have they got you involved in any community programs or anything like that where you have to go out and do the
No, because I got a lenient probation. I got a pretty good lenient probation.
So no
I'm looking.
activity.
I was in Frankfurt. No, I was in Frankfurt. They told me to stay on probation for a while to build a history with it, and to see that way they can have something to go by. And then after a year, I can get all this knocked down, or after a year, I get all of it knocked down, or 6 months, or whatever. I get it knocked down anyways. That way, the judge can go ahead and look at it, take me off of it, and then I can go ahead and fill in and do what I need to do with my pardon. That's what I want to do. I want to get pardoned, and I want to run for governor of Kentucky. That's what I want to do. That's my goal.
I would definitely, even if they don't have you on community service, I mean, there are a lot of good things you could volunteer for. They have lists in the offices, or your probation officer will give you verbally over the phone. That could be your way of outlet of reaching your community and helping in it, like you like to help people, right? It's a good way, and it could be your foot in the door to a better life and not being a character anymore online. And helping in a true way, helping your community or wherever you're at. New career, new life, reaching dreams, milestones. No more character. It's the little things
Yeah.
are the big thing. I would love to see you one day reach some of those instead of being a character online.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. It means a lot. It really does.
You know, and even though you're part of it, you're still used.
Yes, for sure. Um,
But it's detrimental to real lives and real communities, Ernie. Causes
right.
real. And if you want to help law enforcement and part of that sector, I mean, this is the exact opposite, man, throughout all these years. This is actually causing the chaos and letting Jello propaganda, nonsense, pain, continuation of hurt for these communities and the victims, survivors, fighters, families. I wish for you to do good like your soul seems to maybe want to do, despite your own monster or whatever, that hopefully you have enough ability to control and keep in check and to go forward and meet some sort of dream and path and open doors and one day no longer be
Hmm.
on, not be a character.
Yeah, I'm not going to be no more characters for that for sure.
We'll see, Ernie. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
that's what I say. But be good, be safe, okay?
I will. You do the
Um,
same, Ernie.
I will.
Good night, Ernie.
Good night. Be safe. Bye. You know, there's more that meets the eye to any given thing at any given time. I've learned that over the few years that I've been involved in this case alone. Um, but I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I mean, I hope that, for Summer's sake, that this can be over with. I do wish and pray for justice for Summer Wells. Um, and I will reach my goals. I will reach my goals. I will be able to do that. You know, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I really am. Do I think that there was more that could be done? 1,000%. Is it me to do that more? 10,000%. But for the case, for this one, I lost. I don't know what else to say, guys. It is great to have goals. I'm free. I can do what I need to do now. Um, and that's do the right thing. I did my very best with the Summer Wells thing. I really did. I did my very best. That's all I can say about it. I did my very best. I really did. I can honestly say that. There was more I wanted to go through tonight, but I'm going to change this whole title up and everything. Now, I didn't get to get through nothing. Um, a lot of people that I ain't talked to in a long time messaging me and telling me what to say. And the thing about it is, I can't listen to them. I'm not going to listen to them. You need to say this. You need to say that. I'm not. I'm not that person. And I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about people that you probably never will ever know. But in order to break that chain, and I know I'm sleepy and I'm tired, I'm talking, and I probably say stuff I don't want to say. But in order to break that chain, there has to be some sort of awareness that, like, give out, like a chain giving out. I appreciate it, DJ Smith. Thank you so much. Am I key to a lot of things? I am. People are going to find out. People will find out. I thank you all for coming in tonight. I didn't want to make this about Summer Wells. I didn't know this was going to go this route. Still to this day, I have nightmares. But I just, there's just a lot of evil in this world, folks. And sometimes this evil is, if you don't have that team backing you, if you don't have those people that are always, you know, talking about you this or that, discrediting everything you do, it's not what I want in life. And I know I've done a lot in the past, but I can do so much more in the future, and that's where I'm at. That's what I want. I don't want to be somebody I'm not. And this is the best way to go about doing that. I don't have those resources that I once had. I don't. I'm with a team right now that I love, but they also make mistakes because they're new, they're fresh. There's a few of us that worked, you know, helping combat human trafficking before. But there's so much more you all don't understand. You don't know what goes on in life. And it's hid from you within your own eyesight. And I'm not talking about child predators, guys. I'm just talking about, wait, things are ran. With that being said, I'm going to get off here. I love you all. Much respect. God bless you all. And I didn't want to turn this into Summer Wells thing. And that's why I'm not going to put the Cash App up, is because I gave you my word. And I stand by my word, what I say with kids. But all that's left really is we the people will protect the children at all costs. Get some sleep, guys. Bye.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
Lightning tiger strikes, predators in his sights. Bounty hunter's creed, what skills that only make you bleed. He turns down the wine, but he has the bloodline. He's fierce and strong, fighting all night long. He knows and strong, fighting all night long. He knows you're there as he senses you in the air. The ultimate super soldier of the night. Chaos within sight as his strategies will make you think twice. He is the killer inside. A nightmare to some and a dream to others. He cares for everyone, especially his love. He is a murder hunter, strong as can be. He takes these fools and makes them see the rescue is near. Make a lean, not sincere. Cover is done as he turns to run. We the people will protect the children. Shadow in the dark, leaving his mark. Tiger on the prowl, hear his battle growl. Your time is up, listen here, what to come. It's Shelby Shell, and he will put you in hell. Your time is near, do you feel the fear? Shadow predators fear him, he's silent as he kills them. Always face to face, ruthless in the chase. He is the man, and he will take down the stand. 12 is 12, P.O. You know your name, Jimbo. He is the killer inside. A nightmare to some and a dream to others. He cares for everyone, especially his love. He is a murder